Hello and welcome to
Suck it.
the Blue Rubies
Guten Tag.
podcast, episode
Suck
number
it.
123. I'm Adrian. Gore's
Suck.
over there sucking.
Suck.
His,
Suck.
there,
No,
look,
I'm
he's
not
about to. He's about to.
sucking.
Look,
You're
look at him. Oh, he did. David's here,
Here's a glass of that man.
toasting to Gore. Gore, the birthday week boy.
Yeah,
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Are you
No, I'm
unboxing?
like this.
Are you unboxing a present on this episode or?
I didn't get anything. So if I was supposed to get something, I didn't get it today.
If David lied to
Yeah,
you,
it's
he's
gonna be
like,
a
you're
lot
gonna
for
be-
I get to show up.
Yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry about it.
No unboxing today.
No unboxing. This is our video game podcast. We go live every Thursday on twitch.tv/depunked. We talk about video games, news, do some trivia, and then once a month, sometimes twice a month, we do a video game book club style thing where we talk about a game that one of us nominates or puts up. This month, we're talking about the extraordinary Metal Wolf Chaos, so we'll talk about that at the end. We'll see how that went around. Spoilers, not amazingly. So we'll talk about that later on. Which is also its own separate feed. I took a mental week off of posting podcasts. So movie podcast went up today. If you were watching live, so go check that out. Games Gone By will go up next week. I'll do it up next week. I always want to step away from the editing for my final week of vacation before I go back to work. So yeah, that's its own feed though. So along with this, you can check out the audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. David, whenever you get a chance, the feed for Not Another Movie podcast is still not working the same way the other two do. The same thing. I mentioned this last time. I don't know what it was. It doesn't have its own page. So the URL is not actually. If you can go look at the pages, just go look at it as if you're going to pull the URL. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know how to describe it though. But anyway, I'm always looking that up. That's an audio podcast. You can still listen to it on audio as well. Gore, Kyle, and myself are talking movies. So I was about to say David. I was like, David's talking. These three.
Gore, Kyle, and David.
Yeah, they talk about.
Adrian's there in spirit.
Yeah. I like that comment. What was it? The one I made your thing, and then one of them said, "Corey died 6 years ago. You have to let it go, man. It's not your fault." Yeah, but that's a movie stuff. We talk about.
I don't want to record the podcast, that's why I haven't let go yet.
Yeah. We talk about movies. We usually we do almost a Games Gone By style thing on there where we'll just nominate a movie rotatingly, and we'll watch it for the next episode. So
Right.
our last
God!
big stretch, big stretch.
Fuck. Oh, my dick! I mean, my back.
Yeah, no, he was flexing that
Hear
too.
that.
So we talk about Whiplash, the last one. If you have not seen that, great movie.
Oh, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Speaking of
Classic music.
teespring.com/store/Blue
WAP.
Rubies. Yeah,
The original WAP.
WAP.
Let's not forget. Yeah, WAP ass pussy.
Anyway, let's just jump into it. Dave, what'd you play this
Who
week?
sung that again? I forgot.
We're gonna jump into the WAP.
Yeah,
David sang it.
It's a slip and
Oh,
slide.
yeah.
What'd you play, David?
So for this week, played a little bit more Element TD2. Almost done the story mode of that game. Man, the difficulty is fucking ramped up to an intense amount, but I fucking love tower defenses. I have almost 60 hours total in that game now, and it's such a great game.
They
there's
said
some
it sucks.
changes.
It sucks game.
No, it sucks.
It sucks game.
It sucks.
Aside from that, a game that did suck that I played a little bit of, Magic the Gathering Origins.
Aren't they shutting that down?
Yeah, well, the online component to it is shut down, but there's still a single player. The problem is that the game is bugged to shit. So, for instance, there's as part of like the Duels of the Planeswalkers series, they've always had like puzzle elements that you can do in addition to like just regular fighting. And the puzzle elements are usually like you need to win in a turn. Here's the setup. Here's the cards available to you. Beat your opponent in one turn. And I immediately figured out what it was because I run mill and they're showing you a mill setup. All right, perfect. Combo this, combo that. Use traumatize. Bam. All right, fucking game over. But the problem is that you needed a thought scour, but the card wouldn't spawn in my hand. So I'm like, that's fucking weird. I know I can mill this person out, but I can't get the card that I need to do it. So I'm like, maybe I'm missing something here. So I go ahead and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try reloading. And I reloaded, and it gave me a different hand than it gave me the first time. I'm like, that's fucking weird. So I kept doing it over and over again. I'm like, why am I getting a slightly different hand each time? That it makes it impossible to actually beat. So I went ahead and looked online, and yeah, like a lot of the puzzle mode shit is just fucking bugged. It sometimes it just gives you an unwinnable scenario because reasons. So yeah, I promptly uninstalled that and was kind of pissed because I like me some MTG, and I was looking for just a quick little fix, and that was fucking Nightmare Clown World. Aside from that, been playing more Disgaea 6. I'm about halfway done the story mode on it right now. I've been liking a lot more. The more and more I dive into the story, the more I'm enjoying it. There's still certain elements of the game I'm not keen on, and one of the ones that has really been standing out to me is the change to the skill system. So in every other Disgaea game, basically, but this one, skills are usually tied to like the weapons you get or the different kind of class abilities you can learn, and it allows for a lot of mixing and matching and being able to reincarnate your characters with different setups and unique abilities as you kind of bring them down. You get a really cool different combinations from it. This game ties all the skills to the classes, so you can't just go ahead and level someone up in fist weapons and get fist weapon skills that can then be moved into other classes and whatnot. You can only have access to those skills if you're that class, which is fucking stupid. And it kind of goes back to where my biggest complaint with it is I don't know who this game is for. Because for every little thing they add in that's like, oh, hey, this is a great kind of time-saving feature for the people that are going to be grinding out and getting to the, level fucking quadrillion and going ahead and fighting the super boss that is going to take you 30 hours of grinding to get to the point to fight them. For those people, there's a lot of simplification and a lot of kind of automation thrown in. But at the same time, it's not as rewarding or as fun because there's a lot less creativity just in what you can build out for characters. It oversimplified a lot of things. So it feels weird. So I went to a buddy of mine who's also a big fan of the franchise. He's like, yeah, I basically went through all the content of the game in 3 weeks.
Are you a big fan of the franchise if you haven't liked like the last 3?
Yes, because my frustration with the last 3 has been purely story related. Because I'm not going to sit through 200 plus hours of a game if I really don't like the characters. But this guy usually has really good characters, really good story.
Is that usually anymore though?
Hours of end game.
I don't think it's usually. I think I lost that title if it's the last 3, if not.
Fair, but half of them, it's like Final Fantasy. Half of them are really great, half of them not so much. You got to look at it in that perspective.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy has way more games.
I mean, reasonable, so the odds are a little bit skewed there. But
and also, a lot of how many games are in the Final Fantasy franchise? Don't say 16. I will punch you.
You want to do trivia for that?
Because I think if you count all the side games, there's like
it has to be like 58.
60-ish?
I'm gonna guess. That's my random.
Yeah, I think it was like 60-ish.
I'm gonna say 58. He said 60-ish, so it's not even fair. He has like fucking 10 numbers you can use.
Let's see.
Yeah, I bet there's more because of like fucking stupid ass mobile games and shit too.
Well, that's where I'm kind of like, if you count those, there's probably even more.
Yeah, you have to count anything that's called Final Fantasy. It doesn't matter.
Or technically not even if it's called
as long as it's a video game and it has Final Fantasy in the title.
Like Theater Rhythm counts.
Yeah, Theater Rhythm counts.
Yeah, but I also count like the Chocobo Dungeon series, and that's not
that would
Final
count.
Fantasy.
Sure, but if it's Final Fantasy in any form, like even like what's that game called? My God, or whatever it's called on PS1.
Ehrgeiz?
Yeah.
Well, technically those were only guest characters.
Yeah, that's Final Fantasy.
And that's only in the fighting game portion.
Smash Brothers is a Final Fantasy game. Changed my mind.
I mean, you got Clyde, you got Sephiroth. It's basically Final Fantasy 7.
Kingdom Hearts is a Final Fantasy game. Changed my mind.
I mean, it was until 3.
Right.
And they're like,
I'm count. There's a bunch of fucking spin-offs, and I stopped counting at 50, and there's still a lot more to go.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so there's like hundreds of Final Fantasies at this point. Fuck it.
Yeah.
What else, David?
That's pretty much it. I've been trying to focus on getting those games completed, so that way I could have at least one more game from this year with this guy at 6 actually beat.
Hey, I'm gonna ask Gore next. I don't know if it's.
Yeah.
Is it crackling a little bit?
Not crackling. It's like you can hear shit in the background. It almost sounds like.
Yeah, you might want to just re-plug your mic, David. I had a little bit of crackle on that, and I'm not sure if that's my end or not.
I don't think it's crackle. It sounded like kind of.
I heard crackle for
like
sure,
it's
though, too.
distorted.
But that too as well. Gore, what you been playing?
That's more annoying. I've been playing a bunch of shit, but not for a lot of any.
A little bit of sampler plate.
Yeah, like what's it called? A poo-poo platter? And what's the other one?
I just got a sampler. That's the thing you get.
Sampler is not the thing you go order at a restaurant, though.
Yeah, it is.
No, you can't.
At Denny's.
Shut the fuck up. As a plat, yeah, that's Denny's. The fuck? That's not a restaurant.
David, you're not
talking
speaking.
and we can't hear you. You're speaking words, but no words are heard. Turn your mic on. Stop talking. Can't hear you.
Stop voicing as if you're like
I
actually.
can't hear you. Yeah.
I can't hear you. Fuck you.
Turn your mic off. Jesus Christ. All right.
Does it sound better at least?
Yeah, it sounds fine for me now. I was getting this weird ass like distortion effect in the background. Like it almost sounded like you had a washing machine on, and it was only like.
I got like a small little fan here, which I think may have been part of it.
Probably.
Maybe. Anyway, I played a little
you got a
bit.
Denny's Grand Slam there.
Shut the fuck up. I played the Ascent that just came out today, which is a twin stick shooter. It's only on Xbox and PC. And it was pretty fun. I only played about an hour of it, but it's a twin stick shooter and it looks really good. I played a little bit of Tribes of Midgard. Didn't play too much of it. Just did the tutorial really. So whenever we play that, we can get into it. It's very simple so far. It's very, very simple. So not much to really not much complications there. It's just crafting, and hitting things and defend your area. I play a little bit more Skyward Sword. I'm getting a little annoyed at the controls. The button controls are fucking terrible. I don't want to hear it. They're terrible. But the motion controls are okay, but I like playing my Switch not on dock, so we got a problem, I want to do this, and this game wants me to do that. I don't know. But the Joy-Con controls are okay. They could be better. I wish they tweaked them a little bit more, but it's fine. I think I played Ender Lilies, which is a really, really good Metroidvania game on Switch, and I think it's on PS4 and Xbox. But I got on Switch, so shout out to Keymailer. Really, 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 really good game. Looks great. Plays well. It's one of those very forgiving Metroidvanias where the combat is it's very challenging for the most part, but it has a leveling up system, and it plays almost like a Metroidvania mixed a little bit with Dark Souls, just a little bit. So when you die, you go back to like your last bonfire kind of thing, and there's literally like you have like health things that replenish if you go to a bonfire, and if you go to a bonfire thing, it replenishes all the enemies on screen too. So it has those kind of things that Dark Souls has. It doesn't play like Dark Souls. It plays like kind of like a Castlevania style game. It's a 2D game. It looks great, but it's more forgiving because it has a leveling up system, and when you die, you keep all your level. Like, you don't lose anything, so you just go back to the last place you rested at. And you can keep going. So you actually feel like you're making progress even if you're dying constantly, because you're always getting stronger, which I always like better in games like this. Where Dark Souls is like, oh, you lost all your souls.
Just get better.
Yeah, just you have to fight all the guys again to maybe get back your souls, and then run back and maybe spend them. Oh, you died again. Go back for your soul. Oh, now you died again. Now you lost all your souls. Sorry. Try again, fucker. All right. What else did I play? I think that's about it.
You try Flight Simulator?
Nope, I installed it. It was way quicker than I thought it would be. I was like installing that for about in like maybe 2 hours. Like, all right, maybe. Okay. I was playing something while doing that. And of course I played fucking Metal Wolf Chaos. But
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about
it. Same here. Played that. Been sinking a lot of time into PC Overwatch. I want to finally try to knock that out and do well, because my buddies are All my buddies play comp on there, and you have to be at least level 25 to do that. Still hate mouse and keyboard. Fucking push all the wrong fucking buttons. Also been fucking around with my sensitivity, trying to see what kind of mouse DPI I work at with in-game sensitivity. That's a whole fucking thing.
I usually have mine cranked to max.
Max sensitivity,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
3200.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
PC guy, of course.
Yeah, I keep my mouse cranked to max and I keep in-game sensitivity cranked to max, and I just very small jitters.
You
I
must
have
be
my-
ass. What the fuck? How does that even fucking work?
Of course he is. Terrible.
That sounds like hell.
Look at him. He's garbage.
I had mine at 1600. And I had people like stunned that I was at that. I was
he's
like,
human waste.
I had
No,
1600.
it's just I always hate having slow spin around and reaction speed with aiming.
You should be
A lot of
fine
people
at
play it.
it. Yeah. So I was looking around because I had 1600 and I was like, I was having an okay time, but not amazing. My buddy coaches a team, so he was telling me like where he keeps it at. He keeps it at 800 DPI, and like I forget what the in-game sensitivity is different anyway. But then there's also like an Overwatch Pro page that has all of their mouse sensitivity stuff at, and the highest one went was like 1800. That was like for a tank player. So I think the average for like people that play like snipers on there are like 800 to 1200. That's exactly where the DPI they sit at. And then in game sensitivity, I can go either. I can go anywhere you want. So I brought mine from 1600 down to 1000, and I'm doing a lot better now. I'm getting my ass handed to me in fucking competitive because I just don't know how to. My mechanics suck ass. I'm pushing the wrong button, doing the wrong fucking ability half the time. So I'm just getting my ass kicked, and I'm just a really low level right now. So I've just been. I can't play the characters I'm good at. Like I'll play like Ashe and McCree on console all the time now, and then I can't fucking aim. So I've been just doing like Torb or May right now, and those have been kind of.
Honestly, have you thought about getting like an MMO mouse?
No, I'm just gonna stick with what I got. I like the mouse I have right now. It's just a matter of I'm getting the keys down. I put 30 hours into it, and I put like about 20 of those in the last week. Little by little, I'm getting a little better at it. I still hate it, but I'm getting less missed inputs at it. So I'm climbing slowly, but I'm just playing the characters that I think are easier for me to manage. I can just fucking spray you as May and just freeze you. That's fine. I'll do it. And then everyone at the low level is just like does not understand the game really. You'll have like flanking Moiras and like random fucking like people just going off in the corner, so you just wall them off. It's been all right. So I've been doing that. I'm trying. Oh, I played Last Stop a bit. I'm like halfway through Last Stop. That's the Annapurna game that showed up on Game Pass last week. So far, so good. I'm enjoying that a lot. The one thing I do not like about it is that it gives you dialogue options that don't reflect. It gives me like hints of LA Noire, where I feel like you pick an option and you're like, that's not what I said. Where
Gotcha.
it's like yes, no, and then it's like some snarky answer, and then you say no, and they go, no, but yeah. They just say yeah. I'm like, I said no. So I don't understand what's up with that. Granted, the rest of it's like a bunch of short stories. I'm fine with it. It's not the biggest deal. Like the dialogue choices don't really matter too much, but that's been kind of annoying. What else have I been playing? And there's something else. I was gonna boot up The World Ends With You on Switch. I know people hate it, but I want to play that one before Neo because I really want to play Neo. I hear nothing but good things about Neo.
I don't know.
Everyone I've heard that plays is loving it so far, so I'm like, I'll give it a try.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then that's it.
Hell yeah.
Dave, what'd you get?
Digitally, Yakuza 3 Remastered, The Surge 2, Dirt 5, Nimbotis, Paradise Killer, Kill It With Fire, Bee Simulator, Elder Rain, Swine HD, Deadly Days,
Why are you
and
counting?
Adam.
Why were you counting?
Just to make sure I got everything. Oh, and Hammer Ting. I got Hammer Ting as well digitally.
Hey, thank God.
Hell yeah.
We just
so
look at
for-
Humble Bundle. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where I got all that
I
from.
know.
Was
I know it is. I know. It's
I
the
always gonna
humble,
say my humble choices when they come up every month. You
it
know,
was the Indie Hundle monthly.
the Mundle Hundle.
The Mongol
Uh,
Hundle monthly.
got this because again, working on still trying to slowly get everything of mine complete in box again, or at least with cases. I'm kind of actually with Gore on this one. I don't care as much about having the manuals, but when I can get the manual, may as well.
I passed up a really good game because it didn't have the manual, because I knew it would be a fucking pain in the neck to get the manuals. I found a really good price on Samurai Jack on GameCube, and I canceled the transaction afterwards because it didn't have a manual. I'm like, I'm not.
How much was it?
Like $65, which is actually a game's going for like 110 now.
Yeah, that's complete though.
Yeah, it's not.
That's you normally considered loose.
Yeah, so I normally wouldn't it's gonna be cheaper if I found the manual, but the thing is, I'd be looking for the manual probably like every other day or so. I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'd rather just spend extra and get the whole.
Yeah.
See, I just care about having it all physically on the shelf at this point.
You guys
So
are like
I'm never
super
gonna-
deep in your collections though. Like at this point, collecting the manuals like having a whole other like 100 games. I feel like for you guys. Whereas like mine's a lot smaller, so it's like a lot more manageable that I can like. I'm only missing like there's like 5 or 6 games I just don't have manuals for in general.
That's a good point. You have a much more curated collection than Gore or I.
Yeah, pathetic, sad.
Lean, as we call it.
Yeah, lean. You know, like a one of those.
Not
Like,
a porter.
never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
But yeah, speaking of which, picked up another one of those metal shelves. Really liking these.
Oh, another one.
Yeah. Worked out a system to where I
Yeah.
have the
The
fucking
systems.
panels filled in, so I can actually put my.
Was
mobile
that there
game-
last week? The console one?
No, that's new and that's new.
okay.
So that's some of my
Okay.
spare consoles over there.
No.
I still have like can't see it on camera, but I have my big 72-inch 3-tier shelving
Cock.
glass unit for my consoles,
Sure,
and then for the ones that can't fit on there, I have there, and then I still have a couple more in the closet.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So, Final Fantasy VII completed box. This was I got this for $5 just because it only
Wow.
had just 2 and 3, and I was like, I have all of them anyways. Fuck it, whatever. I'll take that. So
Sure.
got that completed box again. Also, I don't give a. Unlike some people, I'm not obsessive about having Black Label. I don't care about that. The only one I try to keep an eye out for when it comes to FF7 is the misprint one, just because that one does go for a little bit more. But aside from that, I don't fucking care. Then Tribes of Midgar, that came in. I'm excited to give that a try. I got to get that installed tonight.
Is that your first physical PS5 game?
No, Guilty Gear was.
Okay.
But that is my second one.
There you go. A game he didn't even know about until 2 weeks ago.
Hell yeah. Actually, no. Because I forgot that as I was going through my Steam library, one of you two gave me the Steam code for the beta for Tribes of Midgard. So I have that in my Steam library since 2019.
I didn't give
was
it.
like, oh,
I don't know.
whatever.
2019? The fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that game 2 years ago. Someone smoking.
Well, I somehow got a beta
High.
key for that in 2019,
He's high.
apparently.
He smokes weed. Maybe?
Smoke weed every day.
I don't know. Maybe.
2-year-long
Uh,
beta.
Maybe
Santa.
it was one of those like random ass ones that got like sent. I don't know. And I was like, "Hey, you want it?" I don't remember.
Yeah, because there was like a period where you guys were just like, "Yeah, PC game, who cares? You want this?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah, what is this dumb
I
shit?
remember when Guru used to do it.
Maybe
To me
it
and Gore.
maybe it had a different name.
I remember when Guru used to do it to me and Gore. He'd show up after not talking to us for a
Yeah,
year
he
because he
just
was off to
come
school.
out.
And he's like, "Hey guys, here's some Steam games. Bye."
I don't remember when you used to do that. That was fun times.
Yeah, I miss him. I wish he didn't die.
Get Bad Rats or whatever. Yay, Bad Rats.
Then speaking of getting more games, just
Championship.
Hell yeah! Unreal Championship on Xbox. In first Gears of War, so now I have
Hell
those
yeah.
complete in box again. Then the rest of these, because I just wanted to add them to my collection. Aside from one of them, this was a bundle lot for $10, so I kind of got stuck with this game. But NBA 10 inside.
Oh
PSP.
yeah.
Don't actually care about that, but it was bundled with a PAL version of Dissidia Duodecim. So,
Oh, yeah.
first actually PAL game in my collection. I basically just wanted to physically have the game. I don't really care. I'm never going to play it off the UMD anyways, but at least now I have it in my collection.
Yeah.
But one that I was excited to actually have, like, in my collection, even though, again, I'm never going to physically play the disc, but Harvest Moon, Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah, Wonderful Life.
That's the game
Good
that I
game.
bought off Mercari, and I didn't check it because they only give you like 48 hours to check your game. So I forgot to
Gotcha.
check it, and then I booted up and it had a disc read error. So I'm like, fuck. And then I got a disc surface twice, one like surface level and one like super deep, and it ended up working the second time. So I'm like, all right, cool. By the way,
Yeah,
I went to the game shop and I told John, the owner there, that about the Painkiller Hell and Damnation.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's like, there's a slight, because that game didn't sell for a while. I remember it kept sitting, it just sat on the fucking shelf, disc like caseless. I'm like, oh, I guess I just sold him something that's never gonna sell. Whoops, I kind of felt guilty about that. And he's like, I vaguely remember it. There's a slight possibility it's probably just because they have a bunch of games just chilling in the back sometimes because they just have to clean out some of the shelves. He's like, there's a slight possibility it's like sitting back there somewhere. I'm like, well, let me add it. Let me just clean it through and I'll buy that fucking game for whatever price we had it at. Because that game is, that's probably my biggest fuck up ever selling. By
Yeah,
far.
this got fucked up. Why would you sell a review copy? That's racist. That's racist.
That was back when like no one gave a fuck about that game right away. And I was like, all
I
right.
still have my review copy of the game Dark.
And it was
The
in
game
a,
nobody remembers.
it
Still
was-
have like the note that says like, "Here's your review copy, you fat bastard."
it wasn't even a
Said
review
that.
copy. It was like in a jewel case. And it had like just like, and it had like, I forget what it
Yeah,
was.
you had a super rare one because
I
you had
did.
like, one that says "not for resale."
It had that and
The
it
presentation in me is crying right now.
I remember I got that like sent to me and they fucking delayed the game for 6 months after I got it. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
and it barely came out.
well, I don't know what the point of this is then.
That's
So-
why it's super rare. It barely came out. I think it came out like super limited. Like it was like Devil's Third. It was just like whatever. Just throw it out there.
New copy for $750.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, dude,
Killing
can
me.
you imagine what that copy would have went for?
It went for at least $700.
I'm gonna be like that guy with the Bitcoin hard drive somewhere in that dump in the back room, like just looking for it. I told him like it's like a plain white disc. It just has like it looks like almost like a CDR copy where it's just like plain disc where it just has not even like a logo and like special font. I don't think it just state the title of the fucking game. I'm like, if you guys ever find that.
And it boots up just like a game. Did you even try it?
No, because I was like, what the fuck am I playing right now? This game doesn't come out for 6 months, and then by the time it came out, there was like 2 copies that were available. So I'm like, all right,
I know,
well,
but it was the game though, right? You never put it in your PS3.
no, because I wasn't gonna play it right away.
Well, you didn't even like.
Fucking
You
this-
were
No, I
you were
can't-
curious to see a CD like look like a fucking CDI or R or whatever.
I knew it played, but I was like,
How
there's
do
no...
you know he played? He didn't put it in.
That's true.
Plus, it was just like dirty porno.
That disc is worth even more than.
It'd be really weird when it's called Painkiller.
God, so someone out there just has that fucking copy probably, but I'm like,
Yeah.
he bought it for like
Yeah,
he bought it for like $10 tops.
Yeah,
That's a
Fucking
steal.
shame.
that day.
Sad day. Anyways,
Sad
so
day.
the rest of the stuff I got here. So I'm starting to get some more of my old PC collection back. I got these as a bundle. One because I really wanted to go through this game again at some point. I thought it might actually be a fun game for Extra Life. And the other one because the fiance is actually a big fan of this series. But Beyond Atlantis, got that because she was a big fan of the Atlantis games back in the day. This one, I have a very strong love-hate relationship with this game.
Is that every game?
Titanic Adventure in Time. Stream is lagging a bit according to Chiptopan.
Stream is lagging. Okay. Let's see.
More
then-
laggy.
Oh, you fucking laggy. And then last things I got, a little unfortunate, the timing of it. But I got a sealed copy of the collector's edition of StarCraft 2 Strategy Guide for $5. And for $5, I also got the PlayStation version of Diablo 1 strategy guide.
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
the best
So it
version.
was- I mean, now that source code is out there, many other really good versions. Prototype for Game Boy is fun,
I never
though.
played
That
it.
was actually a fun prototype.
Yeah.
But
didn't play
yeah,
it.
so that's everything I got.
All right. Good.
Core?
All right. So I got a bunch of stuff from Limited Run Games again. The backlog, or not the backlog, but yeah, I guess the backlog for Limited Run. They
I
started
was going to say
shipping
their
shit out.
shipping backlog.
Yeah, their shipping backlog. So I finally got Papers, Please.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's been in a box in their fucking studio or their warehouse for probably almost a year at this point. Because
I wonder how it looks
Fucking-
back there for them, like how they sorted out where, like, all right, this belongs to someone.
I don't fucking care. So I also got Return of the Obra Dinn. So that was a good
Nice little
little,
box.
1-2 Pope box. Yo, Pope, I got your games. Lucas Pope. That's the creator.
Now you got to get the play date so you get his other game.
No.
Not a fan.
No.
I'll wait until it comes out and then everybody says it's shit. All
Big fan.
right. I'm not a fan, period. I don't know what it is. Oh, it has a little crankadoo.
You crank it all the time. Should have been into it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need a fucking play date for that.
You need a date though.
Fucking. No, I'll do the hand thing. I'll do a hand date. All right, I got Shantae. Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
dates,
Nice
cutie
box.
right here. Yeah, nice box, very subtle. But you can kind of see her there
Yeah.
if you
I can
look
see it.
closely. Anyway, that's the original game, but that's on the Switch. I got Risky's Revenge. Finally,
Oh, is that whole big ass bundle?
yeah. And then I got the Game Boy Color version right
How much
there.
was that bundle?
A lot.
Like 350, wasn't it?
And then I got the PS4 game because I didn't have it. It was like 280, I think.
380.
For 3 collector's editions, that and a bunch of trading cards, and also this the slipcover. By the way, this slipcover itself is selling for a lot, so we did
Is it
end up
really?
buying it. Yeah, like people are selling it for like $150 alone.
Jesus.
This fucking thing. It's selling, and I'm probably gonna get rid of it because now they're doing the PS5 versions, and I'm not gonna waste my time trying to get Pirate's Curse because that's gonna be impossible for a good deal. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of this and then buy the PS5
that
because
to
they
buy
have
it.
the PS5 copies and a slipcover for that too. So. And the slipcover looks nice. Looks
Man,
nice.
I kind of want to get the Shantae games, but at this point,
They're really fun games.
like, they're good games, but man, if you're going to keep releasing each one individually every fucking time for every goddamn console,
They sell,
fuck
my
that.
dude.
Big Shantae
I
fans
don't
out
know.
there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make most of their money from Shantae. 'Cause,
Honestly,
one of
no
the-
doubt, considering they're fucking putting out skateboards with goddamn Shantae.
Yeah, which I'm going to try to get one of those. Not because I want it, but because
Yeah.
it's going to be fucking
Yeah.
hard to find later.
Do a pull a good ollie.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll get some grip tape. Let's go. I also ordered a few things from PlayAsia. I actually forgot to get one of the
Oh,
things.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I forgot that too. I have something else. Yeah, go for it.
I got some, but they had this Nier art book on sale.
Ooh.
I
So
almost pulled the
it's-
trigger on that. too.
it's still available.
Is
so-
it? Yeah, I didn't know
Um,
they had that. Okay.
It has all 3 of the games, including Reincarnation, in there. Which I started that. I forgot to mention that. I started that yesterday, and it chugged on my phone. So I don't know if I'll be able to play that honestly.
On
until I
Play
get
it
a
on
better
an
phone.
emulator.
But anyway, I got that. But I also got these 2 things, which I really want the other ones. But these are like the music boxes.
Uh-huh.
They're really, really cool. So this one is Ashes of, what is it, Dreams? Yeah, Ashes of Dreams. And this is from Near Replicant. And this one's from Automata. This is the amusement park one.
Yeah, I got
So
the
I
amusement.
really like
I
these.
won't pull it out because you were showing it, but I got the amusement park
Yeah.
one. Fucking awesome. What was that near book called?
It's just Near Art. That's all it says. Because it's for all. the
Oh, I see
entire
it. I see it. I
franchise.
see it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like on the front page. If you see it.
Where was that?
I also got the Ninja Gaiden collection, but I forgot to bring it over.
Where was that other music box? I didn't know they had another one.
I think it's sold out. That's probably why.
Okay.
They had a bunch of them. They had Way of the World. They had
The music park was the
Kinda
one I would have wanted
Salvation.
anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know. When you start playing the old game, you're gonna want them. Especially Kaine Salvation. That's one of my favorite songs. I'm upset I missed that one. Anyway, is that it? No, I also got Ace Attorney. Chronicles and
Hell yeah.
Tribes of Midgard. Now I think that's it. That's it.
Let's see. Give me a second here.
Yeah, these just look really nice. I really like these. They cost a lot, but
Right.
they're like $17 each. But
Yeah. So I guess
they work well.
If I had to have one, I like the amusement park one a lot though. It's kind of low key.
I want to get Way of the World too. Way of the World is
Shit, you know.
saying anything from the soundtrack for a Nier game is good is a understatement, but they're good songs. Amusement Park's good. I think amusement park is better when you have the entire song, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Vocals and
I need to eventually throw down for all of the Nier fucking soundtracks because they are goddamn fantastic soundtracks.
Those
I think
vinyl,
the
the
box-
vinyl looks fucking great.
Yeah. I think they're usually in stock a lot, so like they
Alright,
keep putting them up. So if they're not in stock now, they will be in the future.
Wait.
Actually, you get the CD soundtracks on PlayAsia, so if you like a CD better.
Yeah. Yeah, I prefer CD.
So yeah, these are really nice.
Give me 1 second.
like
Almost
'em.
done.
Almost know what are you
I'm
doing?
ordering that book. I know they had another. I like to
Ordering
collect. I like
pizza.
to collect the Nier books. I didn't know they had another one on there. Interesting.
Yeah, I'll probably be throwing down next month for that. Hopefully they're still in stock.
Probably.
Next one, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation towards the end of this month, and I'm holding off
This
on
month?
buying too much right now. Yeah, towards the end of the month.
Oh
That's
man,
when I'll actually be driving through New York, so I could
Wait,
potentially harass
so
you
in-
on my way back through.
so in
Potentially.
in about 2 days, you mean?
No, it's at the end of the month. No, fuck, we're still in what's the about it?
You're
Fuck
still in
off.
July. Oh my god.
Got
Oh
his
my-
ass.
To me, it's August, so
Stupid
Why?
ass.
What, you like one of those future people?
hell yeah.
Future people.
Nah, fucking, I'm just excited for August. Goddamn, Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 is coming out in the US.
3.0
finally.
plus
Fucking excited for
1.0
that.
plus 8.0 plus 2.0.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
Why don't you
Let's
get a
see.
girlfriend point oh?
So
Gotta
yeah,
balance.
I do a lot of this.
Yeah,
I have
say girlfriend, loser.
I got a lot of digital games. Not gonna go through those. I got a lot of
I
manuals.
forgot you were next. I was ready for trivia.
Got a lot of
Okay.
manuals. And I got a lot of manuals. I think I'm waiting on one more box. The only last box I need is NBA Street Volume 3 for GameCube, and then otherwise all my GameCube games are now boxed, which
Good
feels
shit.
nice. Oh, I mentioned this last week. I forgot. Let me show this. I mentioned last week that hell yeah. I mentioned last week that I had another game in my collection that I was missing. So I rebought that. That was Eternal Darkness. That was gonna be a Games Gone By, but guess
Good
it's a good
game.
thing I didn't pick it. So got
Good
that.
fucking
Solid-
game.
Solid little game. Funny little game.
That's one I have loose that I still need to get complete in box again at some point.
Right.
I
So
got
I got Monster Hunter Rise. If you guys want to play that, we're good to go.
Nope.
I had Crash 4, because why not?
I won't pick that up eventually. It looks really good.
It's actually not going down in price too
Yeah,
much
it's
too.
fun.
You'll find it around like 25 probably. Like
I played probably played about 2 hours of it. It was fun.
mentioned this last week. This one doesn't sound like everything's broken inside like the series is. I saw some ordinary gamers talk about this game, and I was like, you know what, that looks interesting. And he did mention it might be a rare game one day, which is kind of fair, but we'll see. Who knows? Probably not, but why not? I got White Day.
Yes, that one will
I've heard of that
definitely
one,
become a rare game at some point.
I could see it becoming rare. That's why I
Looks
grabbed
pretty
it.
scary. I've seen that game.
I got
Yeah, it's kind of horror-y. I think it's more of a straight up visual novel, which those ones tend to go rare pretty
I've
quick.
heard it's
They
really-
usually do low print runs.
no. It's like
It's
it's
pretty
like
scary.
when you gotta like walk around a school
Well, it's
And-
like yeah, I was about to say.
and you're getting stalked by the
I thought it was
janitor.
more
I thought it was
No.
like a detention kind of game.
Yeah, it's like detention. It's in that
Yeah.
vein.
Gotcha.
Detention is too scary.
I got 264 games.
No.
One, I got Buck Bumble.
Buck Bumble.
Bumble.
Fantastic
Oh, yeah,
theme
we're
song. I
funny.
didn't know what this game was. I saw it, and then all I saw
That's a good
posted
game.
about it
I'll
was
play it.
the theme song is in the top 10 songs of all time.
I don't remember the theme song, but I played it. I think I rented it from Blockbuster like 50, 60 years ago.
Back
Never
when you
played
were 30.
Yeah, back when the war was happening, whatever war. It was
Uh,
there's too many to count.
I was leaving. I was
The
leaving the
Civil War.
leaving the game shop, and then I heard the girl behind the counter jokingly recommend this to someone. I was like, I didn't know you had that. I want that. And she was like, really?
yeah,
I was like, I do want this. So I got
crazy.
Superman
What?
on 64.
Oh, it's Superman 64, bro.
Fucking meme game right here.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, you really want that?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You know what it is?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do."
Yeah.
Game of the year.
I'm half-tarded.
Game of the year.
You know what? I'm gonna say it here. Bad game, yes, but not that bad. And you know what? Everybody bitched about the ring part. I remember playing it for my channel years ago.
And I speedrunned it. I was best
and
person ever at that game.
I got through the rings really easily. It was not that easy. I mean, it wasn't
Not that
It was
easy.
not that hard. It wasn't that easy, but I'm so good. No, it was not that hard. I don't know why everybody complained that much. Maybe it was just, I don't know.
Skill, dude.
Maybe people are just bitches.
I don't even think it was hard, so I don't know about skill.
You weren't hard?
Oh, I'm fucking hard.
I was fucking diamond hard. God damn.
So yeah, I got that. I made a joke. I was like, it's a really good label. It's because someone probably put in there once, took it out, and said never again.
Not today, Satan.
Not today. What the fuck else did I get?
That's funny.
Just gonna mention something else that I just forgot.
Oh well.
Oh well. I got a lot of digital shit too. I'm not gonna go through.
I'm sure you did.
Nah, I lost it.
Weirdo.
Okay.
Brain hurty.
Brain hurty. Let's do trivia.
You
Divorce.
quoted Rick and Morty, fucker. I got you to quote Rick and Morty. Now
Cool.
you're a fan. Okay, wow, come on now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I told you I had a whiteboard.
How is this easier?
I offered him like a
This.
regular fucking.
Him fucking big, fucking giant
I told you there's
Titantron
no
shit.
point in me adding another whiteboard when I have one.
Yeah, because it sounds amazing on the mic too.
Yeah.
You sound amazing on the mic. Shut up.
I'm well aware. All right,
Yeah.
here's one that David's already
Yeah,
going to
that's
be
cool.
at a disadvantage with. So maybe this will be
Okay,
over very
maybe
soon.
we can end this early so he doesn't have to fucking write it like this, like a fucking chode.
In what year
Oh, he's fucked.
was the Game Boy Color released?
Oh, I'm fucked too. I don't know.
In what year was the Game Boy Color
Years
released?
after the Game Boy.
Phantom Zaid, by the way, I appreciate the follow. Did not hear that. That sucks. I wonder if the sound's playing.
Can't remember if it was.
It was like 9 or 10 years after the Game Boy.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Say it again.
It
What
was
was
like
it?
9 or 10 years after the
No,
original.
no, fuck boy, you. What game? What Game Boy? The original Game Boy.
Game Boy Color.
Color.
Oh, Game Boy Color. Okay. Sorry, I thought you said original Game Boy.
Oh, they were trying to ask him for the answer. 'Cause like, hey, wait, I know 10 years after that.
Oh. All right, I'll say this. That's probably not right, but
All right,
They're not
on
right.
3. 1, 2, 3.
okay. Yeah, that's what I said too.
Yes, the correct answer is indeed 1998. David, congratulations on your
Okay.
first,
I was thinking
first year score, the one that you ever got
Yeah.
right on that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, good job, David.
We did it.
I like
right?
how he has this giant billboard and he wrote fucking like
Yeah.
as small as I did on this piece of paper.
All right.
I gotta clean this still.
This is
Right.
fucking stupid. I can't even see his fucking head.
You
This
see
is
how he
the
moves it? He
worst.
has his phone behind the board. Now he's cheating.
Yeah.
All right. Here's one that Gore
see
should
my
know
hands up.
that David might not know.
Yeah.
First released in 2013, which side-scrolling video game was removed from the App Store in 2014 by its creator, Dong Nguyen, citing concerns over its supposedly addictive nature?
I'm assuming.
I'll repeat
this
that
is
one
the
more time.
obvious one.
First released in 2013, which side-scrolling video game was removed from the App Store in 2014 by its creator, Dong Nguyen, citing concerns over its supposedly addictive nature?
I'm assuming it's this. I honestly I don't. If it's this, then I don't know the creator's name.
I'm assuming you're
Well,
right, so we'll see
what's
how
his name
David
again?
does. Dong Nguyen.
Uh,
Dong.
Thanks, David.
Yep.
Just wants an excuse to say dong. All right, on three.
Fucking
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's actually
well,
it's
that's the
birds.
sequel.
Yeah, it's actually Flappy Bird,
fine.
not Flappy Birds.
No, that's fine. Whatever. Gives a shit. You know what fucking game it was.
All right, next question. Which 3 letters were used for the face buttons on the original Sega Mega Drive controller? Which 3 letters were used for the face buttons on the original Sega Mega Drive controller?
Oh shit, I don't remember. Assuming
I
it's...
sent you one.
I know. I didn't look at it though. I wasn't really a big Genesis kid. I'm assuming.
Jenna do what
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Sega Genesis.
I'm gonna assume it's obvious. All right.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Is indeed ABC.
Yeah, it was almost a trick question.
All right, here's one
What
that.
3 letters of the alphabet?
Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe.
Hurry up.
David won't know this. You might. We'll see. In the 2013 video game Gone Home, in which room of the house should the Christmas duck be placed in order to unlock a secret achievement?
Oh, he knows this.
In the 2013 video game Gone Home, in which room of the house should the Christmas duck be placed in order to unlock a secret achievement? That's a good question. I like that question.
Fuck, I actually played that game too.
I played it, but I don't think I got this.
I didn't get this ending, but
Ending?
Ooh, this next question's kind of fun.
Quite a few secrets in Gone Home, I know that.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
But the study.
You guys are both incorrect. It is actually the
Bet-
attic.
This motherfucker. That's the... okay, that's... Well, spoilers, that's where the ending is.
Yeah, oh, I didn't say that.
Well, he did. That's how you get one of the endings, he said.
Oh.
That's not the ending anyway. That's the whole fucking point of the game is try to get an attic.
All right, here's a good question. In
Yep.
Monster Hunter World, what name is given to the race of cat-like creatures of which the hunter's palico is a member?
Oh,
fuck.
I don't know.
Uh,
I know. I thought it was Palico. But
I did too.
didn't know they have a. I didn't know they had a race.
In Monster
Cat
Hunter World,
people.
what name is given to the race of cat-like creatures of which the hunter's palico is a member?
I bet it's like. It's like a pun. I just wrote random shit.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Meowlico.
It's-
I put cat Jew.
It's felines with the I is a Y.
All right, we're both correct
Right.
in assuming there's a pun. We just didn't get the pun right. 5 questions in.
5 questions. David's gonna fill up that board by the end of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill up
Just
this.
try to
page.
race. I don't go fuck.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll say.
Here's a question in which only Gore might get.
Yeah.
Which actor plays the antagonist Paul Serene in the 2016 video game Quantum Break?
Yeah, I do know this. Now I have to remember his name, though. I know the actor, definitely. I'm not going to be able to remember his name.
Which
There's only
actor
7
plays the
fucking voice
antagonist
actors.
Paul Serene in the 2016 video game Quantum Break?
Oh my god, I know his first name. I do not remember his last name. I'm going to say it's this. I think this might be it. Here, just so you know, I know who I'm talking about. All right,
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think that's his name. Steve Blum, no.
Gore, you were correct. It was
Andy
Gillen
Gillen?
with an E instead of an A or a A.
Ah,
No,
okay.
sorry, you got it. Yeah, but you got it. That's fine.
All right,
That's
I
fine.
gotta go pee real quick.
Littlefinger. The Littlefinger actor.
Yeah. Okay.
It's that guy who's always evil.
Always evil.
Yeah.
Let's
Sing
see.
Street. Sing Street, he was a good guy. Sing Street was really
Wow,
good.
Fear Street.
Fear Street was not in that.
So he was a bad guy.
He was not in Fear Street at all. There was nobody in Fear Street. No big actors.
Interesting.
No actors, period. It was all real. Real street.
A real street.
Yeah, man.
Let's
Suck
see.
my dick. Suck my balls. Oh. Alright, he had to go take a poopy. So, we're gonna have to wait a little while. Let's get into the first news story. I'm sure he won't
Yeah,
fucking
someone
say
asked
anything
about
like
this,
normal.
so let's bump it. Let's swap the stories like this around then. Let me see.
What?
Let me put the timestamp first before I forget
Is
that.
it Kenna?
Yeah. So let's
Okay.
talk about that really quick.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk about that really quick. I'm gonna set this up right
All right, so Kenna Bridge of Spirits got delayed just a month, so not a big delay. Now it's in the month where everything fucking comes out though, so that's unfortunate. I also forgot Diablo 2 also comes out in September, so you got that. But yeah, so it got delayed to the 21st of September. It's supposed to come out next month. That's upsetting, but hey, take your time. Game looks great. He's back. Look at him waddling in.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway.
When was it supposed to come out again? Sorry.
Like August 20th, I think.
Oh,
I think
so-
it was supposed to come out the same day as like something else, some big game.
Interesting.
But no, I think it's coming out the same day as Diablo. And it's only going to be download, by the way, which kind of sucks. I was hoping it'd be physical, but
I'm sure like IMAbit or something
download
will
only?
probably throw it in.
maybe
physical.
or limited. Or... Yeah, I could see one of them, but not much else to say besides it got delayed. Really,
Looks great though.
Yeah.
and it wasn't even a big delay. It was a month. I don't know. It looks great. I can't.
Yeah,
fucking
so
wait.
that definitely says to me that it's not that it's far from finished. There's probably just a few bugs they really want to iron out in
I
time.
think that's what they said, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, it's not, I mean, sometimes companies say that, but it's like, I mean, you laid it out 6 months. I mean, how many fucking bugs actually are there?
I don't think it's going to be a very substantial game when it comes to like a cyberpunk situation where they had like this giant open world. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like probably like a 7-8 hour experience, and it's going to be a platformer. It's going to have like little lemming style gameplay or like a Pikmin style gameplay. That's what it's looking like, at least. But
Yeah,
it's
that
looking
looks
good
It does look good. I'm excited for this game. I'm
looks
curious to
great.
try it out.
graphically.
One other game that got delayed that's not in the news, but I just want to quickly highlight because this game has been delayed like 4 fucking times now. Digimon Survive.
Yeah, I
I
remember
need
that.
my fucking horror Digimon game. Where the fuck is it? Got delayed till basically the end of next year. This is like the 4th time it's delayed. I need that fucking game already.
Yeah, it's a sad day. Just
It is a fucking sad day.
sad day.
I
indeed.
Almost guarantee you that'll be
wanna
fucking
murder
game of the year when
Agumon.
that finally comes out.
I want to murder Agumon.
This
I
is
mean,
second,
it's
he's
trying
at
to
second
not
delay
get
for
them
Kana.
murdered.
Yeah.
What?
Cheeto Pan was asking about this story. He said, "Yeah, it's second delay for Kana." It looks fantastic
Yeah.
though. It's
Well,
should be.
I guess it didn't have an official release date, but it had like a release window originally. Like it was like it's supposed to come out earlier this year, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna delay it a little bit." Because last year they said Q1 2021.
Mhm.
I remember that.
Was that?
So-
And yeah, no, that was. No, they announced it after COVID. Right.
Yeah, no, it was last year during the the first Sony event
Yeah, I
when
was
they
one of
showed
the
the
first games they
console.
showed off. Yeah.
Yeah, so it hasn't even been that long since they announced it. So
Right.
it's only been a little over a year. So it's
But
coming. It's cooking.
I didn't know
2
it was
months,
only
maybe.
a timed console exclusive.
Yeah, it says right there, but it was delayed until there you go. It was supposed to be late last year. That's right. It was supposed to come out like close to the launch.
I know it was a timed console
That's
exclusive.
right.
Interesting.
So it technically got delayed twice.
Mhm.
But
All
Are
right.
you gonna hold out then for an Xbox version?
No.
No.
I mean, this was not. It's not confirmed like Deathloop or anything.
Gotcha.
All right. Next,
Yeah, you have to wait a whole year to play Deathloop, but
next story.
maybe if they
Also-
even snap it up immediately, it might even be like a little over a year.
Fair. Real quick, as we're pulling up the next story, don't forget, we're talking about Melwolf Chaos XD. I always love to hear from the fans. If you want to go ahead and share your thoughts on the game or any of the games we played in the past, we'll read them live during the conversation. Send us an email at brp@bluerupees.com. And once we get to the Games Gone By segment, or if you're listening during Games Gone By when we have that individually, we'll read your comments on air.
Pan says, "I'll wait to buy Kena physical." I feel like that's gonna be physical. Someone's gonna pull it out.
It'll be like I am 8-bit. I could say for sure.
Yeah, like how they did
Yeah,
with the
I am
Pathless.
in their special reserve easily.
Yeah.
All right, next story. I'm gonna flop some of these around.
I think Special Reserve mainly does PS4 and Switch though. I don't think they've done PS5 yet. So Limited Run might.
Yeah.
Because
I
they
am
do
8-bit
PS5
does
now,
too,
so- Yeah, I know they do because they had Bug Snacks
and
but,
Pathless.
and
yeah,
Pathless.
exclusive
Well,
Pathless.
Pathless was also on
Regular
in
physical.
stores.
Yeah.
Too.
So looks like PS5 is finally getting storage options. David, I think
Hell yeah.
I'm looking at your prices
I'm-
again. They're specifically these are expensive because they're specific. You can only get Seagate like drives right now.
No, I'm looking at a Western Digital block one.
You only can approve to get Seagate. The only ones that are approved on here are these ones because they have to
Well,
have
that's
a
the only ones that
specific.
are currently guaranteed to work under the beta.
Yes,
Then
you have
they
to
say
have.
You can still use any other.
You have to have at least speeds of 7.3 gigabytes, which is the issue I think that a lot of the drives
Yeah,
have.
which Western Digital blacks have.
You don't
So-
even play any games. Why does it fucking matter? How many games do you play on your PS5, fucker? Do you even give
I
a shit?
mean,
How
I
dare
play
you?
games on my PS5.
Like what?
So
what are you playing?
really quick,
what are
I
you
just
playing?
want to address this one too
Don't
because
worry
they
about
say while
Yeah,
Sony
don't worry
has yet
about
to
it.
confirm official support, Western Digital has advertised it as working with the PS5, but later retracted that information.
Oh, fuck them.
So
Who
I'd
the
be-
fuck do they think they are?
There's no way Western Digital, which is one of the predominant fucking players in the market, especially their Black Series, isn't gonna work.
I'd be careful with what you're doing on
I'm
there
sure
though,
it'll work.
because
I'm sure it'll work, just not immediately.
yeah, if they retracted that. That's a little wishy-washy. So far, the only 100% confirmed drives are the Seagate line, which it runs a lot of money. So
Yeah,
you're-
fuck Seagate, goddamn. They also have some of the highest failure rates of fucking all drives.
yeah, so I'd be careful. I mean, if you want to do it, I don't give a fuck. But I'd be,
Yeah,
I'd
put
warn anyone
Seagate
else.
on blast.
I'd warn everyone else. Be careful what you're buying. This
I mean, to be fair, at least getting the 1 terabyte Seagate Fire CUDA that I see there at the top, I'm gonna guess that one probably doesn't have a heatsink to it based on kind of some of the other pricing I've been looking at, which they did recommend is get yourself a heatsink for your SSD.
this whole thing is a nightmare for any casual user.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I feel like Sony has been very weary of proprietary space since the Vita because they didn't want the backlash on that. However, in this case, I think Microsoft made the better choice in which
No,
I think they did.
fuck off with that.
No,
No,
like,
no. First and foremost, once we can go ahead and actually have this,
Scalpers
process
are buying these,
working
by the
as
way.
intended,
Which is gonna be a thing.
Scalpers are already going to be a thing because it's the PC market.
I know, but I'm saying is that
That's
they
a fucking argument.
they haven't bought the proprietary ones from Xbox, but these things I've looked and these things are already sold out.
Yeah, because right now there's also cryptocurrency that is basically been confirmed to work better off of M2 than off of graphics cards, which is why hard drives for certain M2 ratings have been going up in price.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying as to why they're not, but I'm saying is that you got those people and on top of scalpers, which are taking these people, which is gonna make
Right, but eventually, once the market is able to restabilize, i.e., especially once all the part shortages are over, hopefully, knock on wood, by end of next year, this is going to be nothing. Like, I will 100%, anytime and every time, always take an option where you can have something that you can switch and swatch out between all kinds of different manufacturers versus going to a proprietary item. Because especially at some point, Microsoft's going to stop manufacturing those.
they aren't.
And
Seagate
also,
is.
fuck them. No.
No, they are. Seagate has
It's
the
not-
has the 1 year thing, and then anyone else can start making the external hard drives for Xbox, the add-ons.
It's I still don't like the concept of proprietary because especially right now, a proprietary Xbox hard drive is still more expensive if you're just looking at generic pricing versus a regular fucking M2.
All right, here I got the one terabyte kind of matches it, I think.
Yeah, but that's if you're just looking at those for specific ones. Western Digital Blacks and Samsungs go a lot fucking cheaper.
I'm sure, but whenever they get like actual support, like I get that. But then even then the process is like I think the process of how Microsoft did this versus how Sony did this, I think is immediately tenfold better for everyone. That's gonna do it. You're not gonna explain casual markets.
I think that the only thing that Microsoft has done better is because of their proprietary model. You're literally slotting it in the back like a USB drive.
Right,
That is
which
the only thing that I'll agree is better, especially from a casual market standpoint. But aside from that, I don't see that any better in any way, shape, or form.
I can guarantee you, someone's PS5 is gonna break from this shit. Some person out there is gonna buy the wrong SSD. They're not gonna have the heatsink because that's already a fucking. Explain this shit to anyone that's even at my point, like explain that you're gonna.
That's on them, 100%. If you don't take the time to go ahead and research how your fucking $500+ gadget works enough to make sure you're safely installing another $100+ gadget in there, that's 100% on you. I have no sympathy.
If it's soccer mom though, like if soccer mom's picking it up for her kid, she's not gonna know what the fuck this is.
You should take some time and fucking research shit. I don't know jack dick about my goddamn car, but I still at least research enough to make sure it stays fucking running.
Yeah, but you're actively using that though. Still, like, I mean, I
dude, your fucking kiddo
actively
uses that damn toy. Make sure you're not gonna break the fucking toy and destroy your $500+ investment.
But you're asking the people to like bring in like
I'm
bias.
people to fucking use Google. That is not a hard.
No, but even
thing.
if you use Google, you still got to find the right drive, which is very specific. I'm hoping that these have a sticker on it.
Immediate moments. That is.
Even so,
that's a small picture.
Even so, let's say whenever Western Digital does have this, though, you're still looking for a 7.3 gigabyte SSD, which is something you got to look specifically for. Like I would have bought
on every fucking drive. If you look through even Amazon or Newegg, all of them, it's even in the name title for most of them is what their fucking speeds are.
Yeah, it is, but like I don't think you're gonna. Like this stuff looks like fucking just gibberish to a lot of people. And then you're finding a specific one. If you're in a store,
reading comprehension is hard for people.
If you're in a store, if it does not have like a PS5 approved sticker on it, like that like the shit Nintendo does with it, which is expensive, that's dumb. But like if it doesn't have that sticker on, then you're telling them to unscrew their console, make sure this is the right one with the heat sink on it, slip this thing. Like that's a lot of fucking work, I think, for just people that are just. This is the first time that you're popping something open like that, like actively for this shit, right?
I will admit I am a little bit hard to. I have a lot of bias when it comes to this because I'm fucking a lot hard. But no, I'm a little bit biased when it comes to this because I come from a stringent tech background. But at the same time, I've taught people how to build computers. It's fucking Legos. This is even simpler than that. You unscrew the fucking thing, you slap it back in, you replace the screw. Merry fucking Christmas. Like, if you can't even put together a fucking IKEA shelf, then you essentially can't fucking do this. Like, it's the same level of bullshit.
IKEA shelves are hard.
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah, I was gonna
Listen
say.
here.
That's wrong.
No, I'm not gonna listen. Yeah, you should have said like Lego was perfect.
Lincoln Logs.
Like one of those like one of those $10 Lego sets. That's a good one because it's like fucking 14 pieces and you. There you go.
Yeah,
it looks like a car ship, I think, maybe.
Your fucking mega block set. You go ahead and you get the fucking 3 giant blocks you slap together, and there you go. Fucking Mario staring back at your dick.
I'm just saying, like, it's so easy for someone, like, if I straight up search this, the problem with this is that, like, I think I did this earlier. Where the fuck did this one go now?
Did what? Oh,
like, I straight up just Googled this thing, I think, and it just gave me the wrong one, like, right off the bat. If I just Google, like, that, it says, okay, you click the first option, you say, oh, cool, it's there, you buy it, and this is not the right one, even though it's pretty much...
laptop one.
It's because it says it's 520 versus 530, but you copy paste that's the first result. Even though I copy and paste it.
Read. That is entirely on the person.
But they have to know this part too, though. You have to ask someone, hey, what hard drive are you? You have to go to the fucking page on here. Where the fuck did I already lose it at? To go on this page, you have to find out. There's a whole page on this, which is stupid. This is fucking stupid. I'm sorry. You can defend this shit all you want. This is fucking stupid. I have to read all this shit. What is the fucking M2 SSD? Yada, yada, yada.
I have to read instructions. Oh, God. I got to read instructions.
On the GameCube, I put a memory card in the GameCube. I put a memory card in the fucking PlayStation. The Xbox
can fucking figure this out.
This is like
not fucking rocket surgery.
Why are you doing this on a console? There's like no precedence for this on a console.
Yes, there is.
On what? What? Actively what?
On a fucking console.
What? On PS4, I
had an extensible hard drive.
PS4 external. PS4 was external. Xbox One, I have no. PS4, I can use an external hard drive.
Internal hard drives.
Internal, but there's no external option for PS5 right now. Therefore, the only
there is. It just unfortunately doesn't work with PS5. This is the caveat.
There's no PS5 external right now. So there you go. So then, but the Xbox, I can use that right now. It'll tell you to swap the internal, but you can still actively store PS or Xbox games on there, on external. Like it'll tell you what to do in the menus. And you can't do that on PlayStation right now. So to have any more internal stuff for the PS5, you have to actively read all this stuff, actively know to unscrew your console and read the right. Like it's all a bunch of dumb shit.
I'm sorry, but that is fucking dumb. If you are babying people that fucking level, you don't fucking need to be buying this shit.
You could do that on Xbox. Like why can't I do that on Xbox? Xbox One, I could just plug an external hard drive in. I'm done. So why are we regressing to do more of this?
That's not fucking regressing. That's having options.
No, there's not an option for external hard drive on PS5 right now. That's the problem. There's no option. You are in fact
hard drive itself is the fucking option.
The internal SSD.
Yes.
Okay, but there's no way that I can just plug in something.
Well, all right. I will grant you that. There should be some way where you can at least use the external hard drive for storage of PS5 games and hot swap them around. I'll grant you fucking that. But at the end of the day, if someone is looking at this and they're thinking this is a tough barrier to entry, I don't give a fuck.
This is a dumb barrier to entry. This is a stupid one. I've never had to deal with this ever in any console I've ever owned.
Fucking, there's a lot that's been happening with every console gen that shit we haven't had to deal with. I remember back when you just fucking put a game in, no patching, no updating, no online, the game just fucking worked.
But at least it tells you, right?
It was a great fucking time.
But at least when you put the game in, it says, hey, it needs an update, so you do that on there. Now you have to go on a fucking website and read this stuff because you're not going to know what the fuck.
I'm sorry, but I find that fucking dumb.
You think this is dumb because you actively use PCs and you're actively on there to begin with and you're on, like, there's people.
Any fucking mouth breather should be able to fucking figure this out. Like, if you genuinely, I think this is fucking complicated and this is too much. Don't fucking buy a goddamn PS5. Just straight out. Like, this is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard as a fucking argument.
So you think
if you cannot look at this and figure this out, then you have no fucking need to be buying this shit. Bar fucking none.
That's dumb.
100%.
You can't. So if someone buys a PS4,
look at this and you can't figure out something as simple as undoing a screw, double checking which one. All right, yep, I can use this drive. Perfect. Slap that in. You can't fucking figure that out. I don't know how you fucking dress yourself and the fucking get yourself going every day. This is just simple reading comprehension at its finest.
You have, like, you know that whole thing where it was like the PlayStation 1 where they were like with a Shuhei and I forget who else did the whole like, here's how you trade a game or you let a friend borrow a game on PlayStation. That's the level we're at. Whereas now it's fucking, now you have to like it's you sound it's easy because you've done it. That's the thing is you think it's easy because you've done it.
No, it's easy. If you've ever dealt with a fucking screw and read an instruction book.
I can tell you many people who think it'd be easy for you to change your oil, though.
Part of human life. This is literally as trivial as going to fucking Walmart, buying a 3-tier bookshelf, and fucking reading the instructions.
But you know you're gonna deal with that, though. When you buy a box that says shelf and it's a rectangular box, you're like, okay, I have to put this together. You buy a console like you bought the PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you assume, okay, I can just plug something in and use that because it's literally been the precedent for every single one. Memory cards on PS1, PS2, you can use USB on PS3 and PS4. So you would assume naturally that's the progression. You can use that because this fancier thing that's newer should be able to do everything else my last things did just as easy as it was before.
No, I will fucking say no. Because if you don't do any basic fucking research into the shit you buy, you deserve what you fucking get. Bar fucking none.
So even though there's been a 5 game or 4 console precedent of it being the same way?
if you don't fucking spend any time researching and you just blindly buy something and you're fucking surprised it doesn't act the way that you thought it would, that's 100% on you for being a dumbass.
I think it's on Sony for having the most backwards ass fucking way of doing it, honestly. This is dumb, I think. This is like actually one of the dumbest things I've seen in the past consoles. And I, again, as someone who plays more consoles than you, because you're a PC person, I've only dabbled in consoles. You
console on console.
You play a lot more PC.
Console.
You play PC. You play a lot of PC games. You talked about this. That's a lot of what you do. You and my ratio versus PC gaming and console.
Honestly, 60% console, 40 PC.
Okay, mine is like 99% console, David. So therefore, I play more consoles than you.
Comparatively, yes, I play more on PC.
Yes, thank you. So as someone who is not in the background, who didn't build my own PC because I don't want to, because I'm not going to fucking do that, who has only owned consoles, that never had to like unscrew my console. The biggest thing I had to do close to this is pop open the flap on the Xbox 360 and put your hard drive in that way. The closest thing. This is stupid. I can tell you again, from my perspective.
No, stop right there. Because if you've never done that with your original Xbox, you've never done that with the PS3, the PS4. So again, that's fucking on you because I've done that. Slap open the fucking PS3, slap in a new hard drive. Slap open the PS4, throw in a new hard drive.
Okay, how is it on me? I didn't need to.
Xbox One.
I didn't need to.
But the whole point is, it's fucking simple, and it's been a part of the console gens for this whole time.
Never a mandatory thing, though.
This isn't mandatory either.
If you want more hard drive space, this is mandatory. If you wanted more hard drive space prior...
That is the whole point is, though, and it's always something to do. You can always do it. It's always been there. The argument is a fallacy because you always have had the option to upgrade the internal storage. It may not have been what someone's first go-to option has been, but has been an option for the last 2 console generations. To say that this is too fucking complex, it's fucking dumb. Straight up fucking dumb.
We're gonna agree to disagree because I think this is stupid. I think this might be the dumbest move on there.
This argument is stupid.
It is. We're not gonna agree. As a console person that's never had to do this is dumb.
As a console person that's had to do this on my console, it's fucking simple as shit.
As you could say, it's simple. Like, yeah, the idea of what you're doing, but the fact that you have to read all this shit, I think is dumb. And I think there's people I could talk to friends and be like, "But David, do you change your own oil?"
If I had the space for it, I would.
But you don't.
I legitimately don't have space in my house, so no.
I have friends that just know it's pretty easy to just like slide underneath and do all that. Like I get, again, you can use higher. You can have people explain this most simple, mundane things, but we don't. You have the option to your entire life. You have the option to get a tire jack and save yourself money and do that, but you don't. Like that's what the argument sounds like to me. It's like a lot of options, but it's never been a mandatory thing. If you want more, especially because games these days, fucking Modern Warfare take like 200 gigs. Dumb shit. Gore doesn't like conversation. He wants us to read the news.
I think he's just tired of us shouting at each other the same thing over and over.
About hard drives, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not conversation when two just keep saying the same thing over and over again.
I think it's dumb.
I'll agree with that. We got to get better about realizing when we're not going to be able to find any middle ground.
I literally will just stay here and watch you guys pantomime instead. That's way more enjoyable. Watching Adrian go.
It's stupid. This is dumb as hell.
Also, I will, to be fair, to throw it out
now
there.
Now he says it.
No, here's the thing.
Be fair.
I'll throw this out there because the fiance has been listening to the podcast and she was shouting at me on Facebook saying you can't even build shells properly. The last one you built backwards. So this is a dumb argument for you to be making.
I like that you say that after you use that as your example.
That's your wife, maybe.
I mean, wife guaranteed someday. But
you don't know.
As long as no one dies in a car crash or something, you know?
True.
I was not saying that.
Next story.
He would leave her. You know, he's such a Chad.
Can't do any better.
That's true.
He's the best.
Here's a gore joint.
That's actually probably true. Uh-oh. Is it going to be an argument?
You got
boys, for you guys to talk about.
Take these off?
I mean, you're going to talk about fucking Abandon? You're the one making videos on this.
No, I stopped the stream because it was just a giant white screen, so I stopped looking at it while hearing you two scream.
Giant white screen.
All right. I don't know. We're still talking about this?
We're on Abandon now.
I know. We're still talking about it, though.
I mean, hey, You make videos on this. Don't act like it's like nothing new. They made the fucking the trailer's now preloaded.
Yeah, you're right. I did make a video about it. What's your point?
The fucking trailers you could or whatever it is a fucking teaser now they call it. Now you can go on there and preload that shit, whatever it is. I don't know what these words are. Looks like 4 different words.
It's abandoned real-time experience, but you can't read.
Yeah, the fucking blur.
It says Gojima's got a small fucking dick. That's what it says.
What's the blurred text? I wonder what it
Tactical
is.
and espionage. That doesn't make sense.
Uh,
Someone said "Welcome to Silent Hill." That can kind of make sense.
That's stupid.
All this is
So the game's gonna be called Welcome to
Yeah,
Silent.
I want that.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
A strong ramen game.
No, that's dumb. Doesn't fit.
Nah,
You know what fits though?
My dick.
Directed by Hideo Kojima.
Yeah,
Because the second word is definitely small, just like David's dick.
Hell yeah.
No, it's not gonna be Guillermo del Toro and fucking Hideo Kojima. Silent Hill's my balls. Yeah, all those eye patch people on Silent Hill.
Sam
I can't
Fisher
wait
is
for this game
Mr.
to finally be revealed to confirm not making Silent Hill related.
Gore, how crazy is
all
it gonna
the
be when
people
Sam Fisher is
who
Mr. Splinter
cry.
Cell?
What?
What's gonna happen when Sam Fisher is Mr. Splinter Cell abandoned?
He doesn't have an eye patch, so I don't even get it. That's Snake. Anyway,
You're gonna
what
see
were you
it's like
saying, David?
glowing green.
I'll say I
Oh,
can't wait for this fucking trailer to finally come out, and we have confirmation this has nothing to do with Silent Hill or Kojima. So I can finally have the fucking tears of everyone who's been hyping to this day still. This has something to fucking do with goddamn Silent Hill or Kojima.
You know, if it does happen though, people are gonna fucking laugh at you though.
David,
If it happens
wrong.
and this is Silent Hill Kojima, cool. I'll be fucking
Kojima?
pleasantly surprised.
It's
But I
not gonna be
don't
Kojima.
fucking. I said this before when we first talked about it. I don't fucking care. I don't like Kojima's writing. I think he's fucking shit.
From an asset
And
store.
I do like Silent Hill though. But at the end of the day, this is either gonna be the worst played fucking secret in human history, and yeah, everyone knew from the beginning it was Silent Hill, or this is gonna be what I and many other people think it is, just a lot of people trying to get as much buzz as they can and realizing that if they keep playing to the kind of strings, and probably not helped by Norman Reedus and Kojima playing along and throwing out all these things, that maybe there is still something Silent Hill going on. Because one thing that's not mentioned here is the fact that at the same time Norman Reedus put a picture with the bunny from Silent Hill 3. Maybe, yeah, well, I would love for
Which is very sus.
It's a little sus.
You know what's really weird about that? He follows me and he didn't ask me what I think about that.
Yeah, he followed me
true.
too. Didn't ask that either. What the fuck?
He followed me first.
Let's get him on the podcast.
Let's get him on the podcast. Go on, reach out to him.
Let's get Norman Reedus and his fetus in here. He's got that, deadly stand money, or whatever it's called.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But no, so I don't know. I don't fucking care. I just want this shit to be out.
Well, no, it's a joke because everybody keeps saying he's
I'm
CG
trying to read. I'm trying to read the bottom text. Says
it's about NPC stuff. Yeah, it's
voice acting by Troy Baker.
Yeah. Oh, he's really good.
Oh man.
That was the other person I almost wrote down when I was guessing the voice actor.
There you go.
Yeah,
David.
so it's so weird that they'd say, no, we have nothing to do with Silent Hill, and then they put a blurred out picture of a guy with an eye patch.
Again, they're doing this to themselves. If this is ever, it's obviously it's something, but I think,
right.
What is it exactly? Obviously, we don't know, but like they're doing something. If this was like anyone's first thing, you're gonna get fucking like death threats if you're playing along this far. Like fucking dumb internet people are gonna fucking do shit to you if you're playing along.
They've probably already been getting death threats because people are fucking dumb.
Probably, but I mean, like that's the like you can't keep instigating this sort of thing and just like expect it not to come back at you unless it is some sort of thing.
It's something. There's too many hints. It's the OT is coming out. Come on, the opening teaser. Fuck out of here. It's something. Odie.
I can't wait for it to be.
Where was this from?
That was Norman
that's just Norman Reedus' tweet. Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like this one.
It's Space Resident Evil fans getting I've seen this. Fans are desperate to make a fair service. He's trying to improve the development of a new game. But if it's Hideo Kojima, then that would make sense. Pain. I love Silent Hill 3.
And doesn't Silent Hill fit in there though? Could that not fit Welcome to Silent Hill?
Sure, but like if the game's gonna end up being called Silent Hill, then it'd be called something Silent Hill. So it'd be called Welcome to Silent Hill, Silent Hill. Like I don't know.
Well, no, I think it'd be called Abandoned, but
I don't think no. If they have Silent Hill, they're gonna call it Silent Hill. There's no fucking way they're not.
you don't think it'd be like a. Well, I mean, we don't think it'd be like.
Whatever's on the top is definitely a tagline.
If anything,
tagline or directed by Hideo Kojima or something
if
like that.
anything, this might be a spiritual successor. That is the most we can fucking say.
What do you think it'll be called? Welcome to Quiet Mountain? The fuck? What do you think it's gonna be called?
Well, no, I think Abandoned would be the title, and then it'd be like the spiritual successor to, or inspired by, or whatever.
Wasn't there like something Konami related recently too? Wasn't there like a thing like someone like figured out some connection with Konami or something? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Did they?
I don't know. I thought I heard that, but I didn't really look it up. But I thought they were like teasing something or something. I don't know.
A playable tease?
Playable? No, it's opening teaser, right? Or something like that. Or it's
opening
OT.
teaser.
Opening teaser, yeah.
Oh,
Which I downloaded. I downloaded the app. You open it and it says just nothing is available right now. Be prepared or something like that.
It says so. This is the opening picture on PlayStation right now for Abandoned.
Let me see it. Let me see it like zoomed in.
No, someone cleared it up a little bit. Whoops, hold on.
It's supposed to be the PT room, I bet. If you turn, because there's a door there.
Someone
sure
cleared.
It's gonna be a trash
table to the
bag
right.
shitting itself.
There's a table on the right.
Someone cleared it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's a table on the right. There's a door in front. So,
that is at most what I am granting this to be. Is if this is big surprise reveal, it's Kojima. It's gonna be basically the spiritual successor of what Silent Hills was gonna be. It'll be Silent Hill and everything but the name.
I could see him getting. I mean, Konami's barely doing anything with the franchise, and obviously they want to come back with.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
They're coming. They are coming back. They have that new shitty looking Contra game. They have that new something else. I forgot. Shit. They had something.
They have
else.
the Castlevania re-releases that are doing decent.
Sure. Yeah, but they have something else. I forgot what else. But yeah. Didn't they? Hold on. Let me see. They have like they said they have a bunch of stuff to announce too, but I don't know, whatever.
So this is, whatever. I mean, like this also like puts a thing on it where like there's typos in the fucking thing when you load it up.
English is hard. And
gameplay demos, like as if demo and something in real time using the PS5's hardware through this app.
Yeah, I read that too. I was like, that's a little weird. All content are rendered 3D images and therefore not a high quality video. Okay. Weird way to word that.
Yeah. But
I mean, I get what they mean there for sure.
When does this happen again?
I think August. I want to say like
15th.
15th. Yeah, I think somewhere around there. Yeah.
Let me check really quick before we move on.
Close to like the middle of August. They said it on their Twitter. You just look.
I mean, I'm gonna check it out either way because I like a horror thing either way.
Yeah, I haven't preloaded. Either way, I want to see what fucking garbage it is. If it's not right there, it should say right.
Yeah.
They said like it's available someday.
Someday.
Yeah, no, it was like a tweet they made a couple days ago. At this point.
Fucker.
Oh, now you can see them replying to everything. So.
Yeah, that's smart to do if you're fucking everything over.
Okay,
let's see.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, you could just quickly Google it. Probably faster at this point.
I think it might have been a tweet from early in July.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna look it up.
Well, they don't have that many tweets. If you just stay on their page, you could just go scroll down. They have like what, a couple dozen tweets.
You're a couple dozen tweets.
Fuck you, motherfucker! It's gonna be
August
4K.
10th.
August 10th. Okay,
August 10th. All right.
So, not this next podcast, but the following one after that.
Yeah.
We'll know.
Well, no, I'll be there. I'll probably do a stream for it. But I want them to tell us exactly when.
They're gonna crash everything.
I want to know.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Tuesday.
But yeah, the abandoned hype train is just starting.
It's revving up again.
Yeah, no, man. They did a smart move if it is Kojima. Let everybody know there's some crazy shit with Kojima shit in it. And then last second delay it so people could be like for a whole like month and a half, like what the fuck is it?
All right, Gore, you watched Annapurna Presentation.
Yes, I did.
I
mean,
heard
I
it
wish
was nothing but bangers.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I can't really tell you exactly what they showed now because I
The
only
only
watched
important
it once
thing
and
was
I have a
Shrek.
list here for me. But they showed some good stuff. We go through it. I could talk about it. This is just a montage. It's Artful Escape. No,
Oh, that one?
This game they showed it a few years ago at Xbox's press conference. I think they showed it at one of the events they did in the last couple of years. It looks really good. They announced it has like a big cast now, so it has like Lena Headey from Game of Thrones, Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed, Mark Strong. So they got like some big actors in this game. It looks really good. It comes out September 9th. It'll be on Game Pass. Looks
Hell
really,
yeah.
really good. So you just use the arrows too if you want to, because they only spent a couple minutes on each. All right, this game we saw at Nintendo's Direct a couple months ago. It has like card combat, kind of like roguelike elements. You'll see the gameplay. You might remember it.
Yeah.
This looks really good. I was hoping for a release date. They said they're still working on it. Release date is not at the end of this because it looks really good.
It looks
Showed off
different.
how gameplay works. Each card is pretty much kind of like a weapon and an ability, and you only have a few uses for each. So like a shotgun will only have like 3 bullets or whatever.
It's
shells.
built to speed run.
Yeah, like it's for sure. They said there's no random generation too, so each level is going to be the same every time you play it. So you can learn them
Leaderboards,
and
baby.
really do them. It looks good. It looks really good. I'm excited for this game.
Yeah.
Next,
Let's see.
was that too far? No, they did a lot of these where they just showed like they announced all their new partnerships with indie studios, but they didn't show anything for any of them. This game looks really cool. It's or not cool. That's not the best way because it looks like it's gonna be an emotional experience. But it's called Blue Memoir. It's about like a daughter and mother and their memories. I don't know. It looks like a cute little
Gonna make you cry.
game, but, or make you die
Of
from sadness.
Yeah.
A Memoir Blue, that's what it's called. Looks good. I like the art style of it. There's 2D animation mixed with 3D animation and stuff. That next one was all right. Well, okay, that was just another person. I forgot who she was. She made something. Oh, she made Sound Shapes. So they're partnering with her. They don't have anything really to show. They're Sound Shapes. Yeah, they whenever you see one of these interviews, they didn't show any gameplay for any of it, but it's worth talking about. This game looks awesome. Storyteller. It's all about like it's a puzzle game where you tell a story. So like here, like he'll show you like Albert over here, but like Eleanor. So it's Albert and Eleanor. So that's like the beginning of your story, but it continues on and it ends up being like a puzzle game where you have to like the end of the puzzle says like like she's dead, so along the way you have to like kind of make the story of how that happened.
Neat idea.
Yeah, like right here, like look, you put this guy and then her and then he's there and then Eleanor is dead or Lenore is dead. Okay, but then you could like, I'm assuming that's just the beginning. Like you could switch him. He's like, what? Why is he dead? Why do I care? And then now you find out he murdered him because he was jealous. So it's like it's actually the demo's on. So Cure from Vampirism. So you have to actually figure out like put that there. There you go. We saved them, and there you go. Everything's good. There's a demo up on Steam right now, and I do want to try it out. But it's coming to Switch also. I was hoping this would be a game that just comes out today or something. But
I might download that because that seems like a neat idea, but I don't know how it'd be for like a full game.
yeah, I'm sure it's just like randomly generated too. I was thinking it almost felt like Reigns if the card game Reigns. If no, you never heard of Reigns, really? It's just like a card game. You're a king, and you like kind of make choices with cards. So it'll give you like two choices, like put money in the military, or
I feel like
give money to the
know.
poor.
I think when you see it, you'll know what he's talking about. It's pretty popular.
Yeah. Anyway, that game looks really cool. This is what is this now? Oh, this is Solar Ash. Yeah, and it's coming out in October, which is cool. Except there's a bunch of shit coming out in October. This game looks great. Looks like Pathless. If we mixed it with Shadow of the Claw, you just skipped the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it before.
Okay, well, I wasn't even done talking. But all right, this game is I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Skin Deep. I think that's actually what it's called. So This game looks cool. It almost looks like Void Bastards, but it has like a bunch of weird like. If you go in the trash, you have smelliness to you, and if you have smelliness, people could smell you from a distance, so you can't stealth or whatever. It looks cool. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it might be like randomly generated, kind of like almost like a roguelike shooter. So now you're smelly. So whenever you die, it looks like you go reverse time, but you still keep some of the traits of whatever happened to you. I guess kind of like maybe like a rogue legacy. Not exactly sure. Here you can clean yourself by going in the toilet. There you go. Smell purged. So now people don't know you're there.
Interesting.
You can use like that shot at you, but now you can just use it as a weapon. You can throw it at this motherfucker right here. There you go. I'm a little confused exactly what it is, but it looks cool. Skip with the keys because you're skipping some stuff.
I thought I was missing like developer interviews.
I know.
Slow your fucking rolls. What he's trying to say.
Yeah, you can talk about fucking hard drives for 20 minutes, but all right. No, you can keep going now. This is all console stuff. So like all these are coming to consoles and stuff. So I Am Dead, Telling Lies is coming to Game Pass. Gorio, whatever the fuck it's called. This is coming to console. Gorgo, yeah. It's coming to consoles now. Telling Lies is coming to something. I don't know. Stray. All right, this is probably the biggest thing they showed is Stray. They showed gameplay for it, and it looks a little bit different than I thought. I thought it was going to be more like side scrollerish, like even like kind of 2D, 3D, like a 2.5D or something. But no, it's a straight up like a third person adventure game, and you're a catty little guy. So they showed a lot of his leg. He got fucked up, bro. He was in a bar fight. This cat don't fuck around. You should see the other cat.
He fucks up furniture and everything.
Yeah, and look, it says help. Hell. And that cat knows English for some reason. I don't know, but whatever.
Well, apparently he gets like a little robot that helps him.
Yeah, he doesn't have it right now, though. They explain it later that you get a little robot guy that helps you. You'll see him. A cute little robot. I don't know if he's funny, though, so... I put a bucket in there. So you have to solve little puzzles. You know, things cats do all the time, solve puzzles. You know. Talk to robots. You know. Yeah, there you go. Drink a little drink.
Just hit someone in the head. Ow, fuck.
What the fuck, cat piece of shit? Come here.
This kind of reminds me, honestly, if we just added puzzle elements to fucking Tokyo Jungle, so I'm fully down for this.
Sure. So we don't eat robots in this game. Where you eat other dogs and shit in Tokyo. Here you go. These are funny little robots.
Dogs and cats in this game. We don't know.
Yeah, you might. Well done.
Maybe there's a vicious circle of life.
So yeah, this robot can pretty much do everything that a cat can't. So you know, like unlock shit, talk to robots. You know, except side missions, grandma, something. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But I like the idea. It's just robots and cats, no humans, no dog shit humans. No dogs though. I haven't seen a dog yet. Speaking of dog shit.
Yeah.
But it looks cute. It looks really fun, but it also looks like it could be so simple that it might kind of get boring. Later on, they do show that there's going to be action sequences, so you're like running away from these fucking head crab looking things. But it also looks like it might get a little slow because you don't have any characters that you can latch onto besides this cat. And if you're a super cat person, all cats are amazing. No, they're not. Some of them are fucking dicks.
Yeah, you hate yours, don't you?
Cats are fucking gross. They are gremlins. They are not actual cats, but...
Yeah, exactly. All cats are gremlins. Some gremlins are cool, though.
All right, we done with this
Gizmo. I guess we're done. No one else is saying anything besides David. I thought, Adrian, you're the most excited for this game when they first announced it. And you haven't said a goddamn thing.
In general, with live game chairs, I'd rather just play the game at this point. A lot of like if it's
what is the fucking point of covering this shit?
Oh, you guys are talking about it. The fuck? Like, why do I have to be into it if you guys are talking about it?
You were skipping through, and he's like, "Hey, slow the fuck down."
Well, I let you guys talk.
Oh, you're loud. Oh, thank you.
You guys are talking about it. Why do I have to be into it?
Thank you, kind sir.
I didn't know I had to be into every game.
I watched the fucking thing. Of course, I could talk about it. But you're watching it now. I thought you'd fucking have something.
In general, I've been saying this with a lot of games, though. It's like I'm trying to not like put too much expectation or ideas in the game. In fact,
I don't have any expectations for it.
But in general,
talk about what you're seeing.
But in general too, I like going into a lot of things blind nowadays too. I think I've been less I just have my expectations are a lot better if I go into something super blind. Like Last Stop,
It's doing a games podcast. I don't know what to tell you. Especially
no,
when
and
we cover
that's
recent
fine.
shit.
Like I'll talk about it. I mean, I don't have like I'm trying to like just the
Well,
way I've been
okay.
approaching a lot of games. I don't have to. I feel like I don't have to have a super deep
Sure,
thing about it.
that's fine. But I feel like every time you say you're playing a game, it's because you heard it was great.
Yeah, but I don't
So
hear it
immediately,
about.
that's not going in blind if you already know it's supposed to be a great game.
No, but I don't know
So,
what it's about too, though. Is what I think. Like
Sure.
like Last Stop, I forgot everything, even though it's been shown at an Xbox showcase. I feel like at some point, I've just remembered hearing about it. I was like, cool, let's try it. Like just in general, I've just been having a better time just trying to not. I've stopped rewatching a lot of trailers now. Reactions I've been slowing down a little bit more unless I've already seen the thing, and I'll go back to it. In general, it's been a different approach I've been going with lately, just because I'm less. I get less agitated with the games now too, so if I just don't know a lot about it, or just look too deep into it. Like it looks cool. I remember us watching it the first time and really liked it, but in general, I don't want to delve too deep into it. Now, if it's a game like Halo, of course, like I know what fucking Halo is and all that stuff, so sure.
Yeah, I have expectations for that.
I don't really want to, but I'll play the fucking Flight later tonight probably. And
You don't want. You don't want to, motherfucker.
No, because I don't want to turn to
I
Halo
wanna play
5. No, I'm saying I don't want myself to be hyped about Halo because it turns into fucking Halo 5 again.
But Halo 5 was still great multiplayer wise.
Yeah,
no one was hyping up the fucking campaign as much as they were hyping up the multiplayer.
No, but like stuff like that, like is deceptive. That's like Halo 5 is like almost one of the categories.
One time. There's not that many games that are deceptive about that.
Last
shit.
of Us
And
fucking part 2.
And that. But that was because they're hiding a
Again,
fucking big
I know, but I'd
reveal.
rather just not though. Like I'm
Sure,
finding
but,
a
like-
lot of trailers just disingenuous. And granted, I know a lot of these aren't. I know Annapurna's fine. Like a lot of indie games for the most part are pretty okay with it.
You have to play as a dog and Stray. You're right.
But I just don't like I'll watch the reactions and everything obviously, but I've been just having a good time not rewatching or going back and delving too deep into it. And then like, oh, it's out. Like I'm like, cool, that's fine. But I just don't know why I have to have a complex idea about it. It looks cool.
No one said. I asked you what you thought.
You told me why am I watching this then? You guys had a whole.
That's all
You
I
guys-
asked. I didn't say. Give me your thesis on what you just watched about a cat and a robot.
Oh, you guys yelled at me
you're
for
sitting
like.
here the entire time watching this fucking Annapurna thing. You're just like.
Yeah, I'm watching it for the first time.
Skip. You skipped like half of it.
I didn't want to see half of it. I didn't watch it earlier today. I heard it was cool.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, just like you hear all the games are good, but you won't go into them blind though.
I try to.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about hard
All
drives
blind
later.
isn't like what the game actually is.
Anyway,
I
they
would
show.
just want Gordor.
Well,
Alright, it's no, I understand what you're saying, Adrian, but
Thank
but
you.
Let's not kid ourselves, okay? Me and you are we both don't play a lot of games, okay? We don't. Let's not fuck around. You play Overwatch a lot. I do other things. You don't know, but we don't play a lot of video games. So to say that is kind of like I don't know. Like at this point, like it doesn't matter. You might as well look at the games. Most likely, you're not going to play a lot of them. Just like me.
Well, I do a lot what you do too. I just don't really like actually. I turn on a lot of games and we'll see what clicks with me. But no, like it's even beyond that. I don't want to talk over that. It's even beyond that. It's just that like with a lot of games and trailers and all that. I've talked about this. Is that I just found myself getting a little bit more jaded and upset with stuff like in general. I just it just stuff like just starts to get me more. Oh, that game wasn't what I thought it'd be, or it wasn't what I expected it to be. Eventually, like, it just stuff like that. So I'd rather it.
Like, what was the last game that did that to you?
My friend Pedro. I was playing
Really?
that, and yeah, I feel like even though I watched it, I feel like it plays really fucking weird, and like the way I got like maybe 3 hours in, maybe 2, and I'm like, this isn't exactly what I was hoping it'd be.
A game that's like what 2 years old now.
Yeah, but that was a game that I
around
watched a
there.
lot though, and I remember.
No, he just recently played, I assume.
Yeah. It was probably maybe 2
I was
months
that
ago.
way with Carry On. I didn't really.
Yeah, Carry On was one
Like, the
too. that I
gameplay
remember-
looked way better than the actual.
Yeah, I remember you and I
game.
got excited
But
for that.
It was the same. It wasn't deceptive. It was the same gameplay. It just didn't play as well.
It just didn't
as I
feel
was
good,
hoping.
really. Like
So,
it was
yeah,
it was
no,
like
it
it was like a cool like 10-minute experience, and you're like, okay, I think this is pretty much the game.
I got like maybe 2 hours in, which is like almost at the end, but I was just like, I don't really care to finish it.
Yeah,
honestly.
so it's not even that like because if you look at my friend Pedro, it looks exactly what it is. It didn't feel as good, but it just
I think that's one you have to get used to the controls and stuff.
a little bit, but it plays kind of sluggish too, where it's everything. I know it's slow motion at the point, but it just feels even.
I think
like,
that game benefit on PC though. Honestly,
probably.
like way better aiming. That's for sure.
But I'm just trying to like not look too deep into games. I like the idea of forgetting the game. Like it just for whatever reason, I'm just having a good time seeing something. Like for example, we'll talk about it next week. But I had no fucking idea what what fucking Pig was about. I knew Nicolas Cage was in it. I had no.
The trailers didn't spoil a fucking thing though.
Yeah.
For that game.
So like
Same thing for like even like Uncut Gems didn't spoil shit. Like pretty much anything A24 does. Not that Pig is. I don't think that's.
Why not? Didn't you say that on the opposite though in your reaction? Because I watched your reaction for Lamb, and you said that they can be hit or miss.
I said I love A24 because they could show a lot, way too much, and a lot of times they don't though.
Sure.
The only reason why I say that is because I'm pretty sure A24 did the trailer for It Comes at Night, which
oh yeah, that's like movie form of like
It Comes at Night didn't show a lot because you're like, what the fuck is it? But they made it look like that's deceptive. They made it look like it was like, what the fuck is out there? And then spoilers, there's nothing out there. The title was deceptive. Nothing comes at night. It's just like there's an infection.
Except for gore.
That's it. Yeah, I come at day too. But all right. So the last thing they what's this?
It's just in general like I just like going in and forgetting something about that. So I try not to have too much deep thoughts because then that just sticks in my head. I can still fucking remember the fucking spoiler for fucking Good Time that Kyle told us like 3 years ago at this point. I just for every reason my head just sticks into stuff. I care about spoilers because
that's a big
no,
I don't think.
No, I know it's not, but
I don't remember what it was.
It's just that
anyway, there's a new DLC for Outer Wilds.
Just in general, just spoilers. They don't ruin something for me, but they definitely impact my enjoyment of it because I like to.
Man, this is why I'm glad I don't give a fuck about spoilers because I always know what I'm getting into, and it's like, yeah, that was worth it.
I like when my expectations are subverted though, and that's part of what the twist does to me.
See, I've felt recently my expectations being subverted has been a negative for a lot of things because it's always like, oh, something cool, and then something not cool at all. That's the subversion. Like I don't want to harp on the new Masters of the Universe show because I'm a fucking almost 30-year-old man. Well, actually more.
I'm almost. I wish.
I'm more than 30 actually. But it's just like I don't fucking care about like deceptive trailers as long as the thing is good.
Sure.
But when you lie about a certain thing that everybody wants, like with Last of Us, then it's like, all right. I mean, the other thing you gave us could be good. It's just that you deceived us to think we're gonna get this.
Yeah, see that stuff I just don't like. I get what they're doing, but I just don't care for it.
Yeah, they can't spoil it. And also, to be fair to Last of Us, they barely showed that thing anyway. Like in any of the trailers, it was barely there to begin with.
Yeah,
there's only a couple of shots that were. There's one shot really in one of the trailers that was like, I'll pretty much a lie.
Mm-hmm. So like.
Because if they didn't have that, then I would have been fine. Like I actually would have been a-okay with that. But they had that one shot. I'm like, I don't know now, kind of.
But with twists too, I like the shitty thing about how my brain works with a lot of things is that it's like jokes. Whenever there's like a punchline coming, I laugh at the punchline more than I actually laugh at the joke because I like the idea of I know where you're going with this. So I like my ideas of when it. What was that?
I said most people laugh at the punchline. What do
no,
you mean?
I'm
like
sorry. The lead up,
the
lead up to the punchline. So you're like,
you laugh more.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so sorry.
Okay.
I'm the asshole that laughs a little bit earlier than that because I'm like, I see what you're gonna do, and it's funny that I like the idea that I know where you're going with this. So I like when twists throw me off there because it kind of gets my brain.
That's actually one of my favorite. Can we talk about Louis C.K.? Is he okay to talk about now?
Go for it.
His jokes are funny.
Dead, so who cares?
And now he's alive. What? Louis C.K. had one joke. Maybe it wasn't Louis C.K. There was like one joke where it's just like, I forgot what was it like. You ever have sex with a guy fart on? Wait, no. What was it? It was like something about. No, fuck. I have to remember this joke. It was really funny.
Dane Cook would say.
No, it was like
Digor fucking hates
it was like it was leading up to. It went from one thing, and then it's just like it ends up the punchline being you shit all over your dad's balls, and it's just like what? Because he says one thing that has nothing to do with that, and then I don't know.
But see, like you laugh at that too when you look at your like unusual memes
Because
when
it's
there's
out of
someone doing
nowhere,
some
and
weird shit and then the camera pans and it's some other shit, the alien. For example,
it's alien.
it's stuff
But
like that like I like
Sure.
being surprised. Like that's a fun
sure,
thing
but
to me.
that's also a quick joke. Like someone
Sure.
saying doing this, and then it ends with in the span of 5 seconds, it ends with you shitting all over your dad's nuts. It's like what? Where did you what?
Yeah,
It's like,
I just like
That's
being
like a
surprised.
thing. It's like honestly, I feel like if the twist is like the crux, which is why I kind of hate M. Night Shyamalan's writing, is if the
His writing
crux
sucks.
of everything is just the twist, then who fucking cares? Like, if the strongest point of what you have to say or show in a story is just the twist, then it's not relevant. Like, Oh Boy is a phenomenal fucking movie. There's an interesting twist in it, but it's not what makes the entire fucking
Sure.
movie. The entire build-up, the lore, everything else kind of going on in the world is what makes Old Boy phenomenal. Then there is a twist that's just like, what the fuck did you just say?
I think Gore's
What is
searching up
going on here?
shit on your
But-
dad's balls. Joke.
I am. No,
Yeah,
I remember what the joke was. The joke was, you ever feel like you're gonna fart, but instead you shit on your father's face? That was an old Louis C.K. joke. That was from like his early days. Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I get like the whole thing shouldn't depend on that, and it doesn't. But I do find enjoyment a lot in being surprised in something, obviously in a
sure.
good way.
But the thing is that I don't find that to be the case when I'm watching a movie or playing a game, because again, a joke is quick, and you're not really like
Sure,
you're not really
you're not thinking.
invested
You're
in it.
moving on right away too.
you're invested in a different way with a joke. Like, all right, I'm invested in this little stupid story that Bill Burr's telling, or whatever. But like a story, like when I'm watching or playing Last of Us, and then they subvert your expectations an hour and a half in, and then it's left at it's like The Last Jedi. Everybody talks about The Last Jedi, how they subvert your expectations, and it leads it to be a way less interesting movie. Like,
No,
it's
sure,
like, what the
sure.
Subvert expectations. I went exactly where I was expecting that. fucking
Sure,
shit
but
movie to
my
go.
Yeah.
my initial thing is with that is whenever I go into games pretty much blind, I don't really get disappointed that much because I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting anything to begin with, so cool. Or personally,
I get that mentality.
I'm just trying to adopt that just because it mentally, like, it's helped me a lot mentally, just like lessen the idea that I'm wasting time doing something I don't want to. I'm like, oh, cool, that was cool. Like, I'm just less toxic rather than about a lot of shit now with that.
I think that's the big distinction. Is I feel like you want to kind of go into, please, I don't want to speak for you, correct me if I'm wrong, but just kind of my analysis here. You want to go into an experience and actually feel like you got something out of your time. Like, hey, I went through this, for better, for worse, I got something out of this. Whereas I feel like maybe Gore and I are perhaps on the same page where it's like, if we're going to get an experience, we want it to kind of be worth our time regardless. So I that's why I don't care about spoilers. Like, I'm excited for, I've mentioned this many times on the podcast and just in general, 3.0 plus 1.0 for Evangelion. It is the finale. The entire series, almost 30 years in the making. And we're finally having the finale of it. I've already read through everything about the fucking story. So now I'm just going to be watching it for the sake of watching it. But to me, if something is good and it's a good earnest expectation, being able to experience it after already knowing what's going to happen, it should still stand up on its own going through it. It's kind of like, actually, the joke is a prime example. If a joke is funny, it doesn't matter if you've heard it before. A funny joke will still make you laugh.
Sure. I just don't want to have high expectations with a lot of games I have been in the past, especially with shit like Halo. Like, yeah, Halo 5's multiplayer is fantastic. I want a good fucking Chief story. So I'm trying to not get myself too high on Infinite, assuming that it'll fall on Halo 5.
Well, don't worry. They're not doing it for you at all, because they're not showing anything about the fucking campaign. So you don't even worry about that.
So who knows?
They haven't showed any gameplay for that since they first revealed it over a year ago.
Right. So I mean, who even knows, right? At that point.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
I wouldn't even be surprised if the campaign gets delayed. Like,
And
they might as well do it.
And they talk like Phil Spencer's talked about that, saying he's totally willing to cut it up like that too, if need be. But I just don't want to have. I'd rather just not be disappointed in a lot of things, and I'm finding it very hard to be disappointed in things if I enjoy it the first time or I watch the trailer, cool, I know what it is. Moving on, wipe it from my brain, and then whenever it comes out, cool, I'll play that. Which is usually why I think, particularly too, I get pretty excited about games that drop that day that just got announced, which is nice because like, oh, I didn't know it was coming out, now I'm gonna play it or something like that. But yeah, I like with stuff like that, like Stray, I've seen before, I've talked about it before. I know what it is and it's cool. I'll play it when it comes out. I just don't want to see.
They never show gameplay though, is the thing. So
sure, and that's fair. That's fair because I do like gameplay more with that stuff. We mentioned it, so let's jump into it. But I'm not gonna talk about much because we'll talk about this next week more. We're looking at that Halo.
Anyway, Outer Wilds DLC is coming, and the Switch version is still coming. That was the last thing they announced. Anyway, go ahead.
That's just. I'm not gonna talk about this much because I will talk about this in depth next week when I play this. But this happened. They showed Xbox One like 2013 hardware running it. Didn't look too bad. That's good stuff.
No.
All right, P against. I'll let you guys talk about this.
All right.
Yeah. So some of the new guns look cool. This the Dead Space gun I think looks pretty dope.
Yeah, Heatwave.
Yeah, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this gun looks.
I like
Commando
the more
looks great.
simplistic nature of things. I hate because Gore, you made a post about this too. Is at first off people complaining about fucking. A bunch of fanboys commenting on Xbox One. Oh, Ratchet looks better. Well, no shit. This is a fucking running on Xbox One. Also, this is competitive multiplayer. I don't expect this to look.
It's not a fucking. It's not a next gen only game too, which Ratchet is.
That and also this is competitive multiplayer. It's not gonna.
It's like if we compared this to fucking I don't know, like what not Godfall. Don't compare it.
Destruction All Stars.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a game that's on PS4 and PS, like Sackboy.
Sure.
I'm sorry. This looks better than Sackboy. Sorry, you lose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think multiplayer games need to have the highest fidelity. It's cool. It looks pretty. I know for a lot of people that, especially the like more competitive side, which is usually what I run under, you'll even turn down graphics and turn up just the frame rate. But it's cool, but it looks pretty, and I think this looks fine. I like this style more than Halo 5 style.
It does not.
It doesn't look extravagant.
It's a different style, but it has a different style than Halo 5 for sure. But I wouldn't say graphically it looks better.
No, Halo 5 looks better, but I think also this looks a lot more open, and I think just doesn't look like as futuristic, which I like personally.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna still have some of that shit in there,
sure,
most likely.
But even so, like
the sliding they have, which is cool. I like.
And they have the
and then
climb.
the wall crawl shit, which is cool. I like.
I also like how the armor isn't over the top futuristic now.
Yeah, they said also that the customization. That's why now each team has like an aura around them, a colored aura.
Yeah,
because they want to keep the customization there. Where before, like you would customize
red
your armor, but then it'd be either red or blue. Yeah,
which I think is so outdated now. So it's good that they're doing that.
Yeah, I mean it's still red and blue, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good. And the marking too, which I like. You can mark
fucking ping shit
in areas and stuff. I don't know. I mean, that's gonna be useful, but that's like if they had like a bigger mode, like a battle royale kind of thing, that makes more sense for that. But
sure,
because either these, I mean, for like the big team battles, it'll make sense too.
It's interesting because I'm probably still gonna play this on controller because apparently Halo allows aim assist on controllers, so controller players just fuck the shit out of mouse and keyboard players online. Right. So like online Halo is just dominated by controller players. So I'll probably just stick with that. So that kind of feels all right. But yeah, I'm gonna play this. I just got the email while we're recording now, so I'll probably download this after we're done, and I'll get a few games.
Yeah, it's available now. People are downloading it.
Yeah, so I'll talk about this next week.
About an hour ago. So.
Won't talk about this much, but looks great so far. I'm liking this a lot. I'm excited to play it.
Yep. I mean, what they showed last month, it's about what I got from this.
Yeah, it's nothing much more.
They showed a weapon academy thing too, which is kind of cool. It's just like how Call of Duty has like the training mode thing.
Yeah,
kind of
which
thing.
is super awesome.
So it's a little bit more expanded. They also showed some shit about their battle pass, which I didn't give a fuck about.
But those are cool because they will last though. Like they do not disappear like every other ones. They even mentioned.
I don't give a shit about battle passes in general, even if they expire or not.
I like them because I get some cool stuff at the end.
I don't mind getting cool stuff, but like Overwatch does it perfect. It's just like, it's not battle pass. It's not like you have to buy it or earn it by doing like like points and then buying it. You just like you can either buy the costumes you want with the in-game currency you have, or you can earn them while getting loot boxes.
Yeah,
This is like you like Fortnite. You have to buy those.
So
You have
the
money.
only thing I wish is that they almost allowed an option to buy singular, because the thing is, especially at the beginning, having learned that again with how loot boxes work when you start a brand new account again, is that you can't get the costumes you want for a long time. You got to really work up the extra credits or just hope you unlock it. So I kind of like that you're working towards something, but they did indicate, which I thought was I appreciate a lot, which was they're like, hey, we know that some people just play other games. We know other people want to like play whatever single player game and then hop into a different multiplayer game and then they won't play Halo afterwards. So they don't take away the season pass. So like I would buy I bought a couple Apex season passes. I got maybe like a fourth the way through. I'm not gonna play a lot of Apex because I have a lot of other games that I have on top of that I'd rather play. But it's cool because with this, if there's a cool thing at the end of the season, cool. I want that I'll play it. I'll earn a bunch of other shit with it. Perfect. And then it won't ever go away. So I'll just keep working towards it whenever I want, whenever I'm going to like play a lot of the game, or I'll play it next week or next month. Cool. I'll have that. I just hate season pass because they just they force you into that ecosystem of like, you have to finish it. You have to play it. Otherwise it disappears. I think that's so stupid. Just like, it makes me want to play the game. It really doesn't make me want to play. It forces me to play the game when I don't want to, you know? Because like, oh, well, I guess the thing I fucking paid for, I got to fucking finish by tomorrow. Otherwise it's gone, which is, I think that's dumb as hell. But yeah, and then same thing with like fucking Valorant costumes costing like $20-$30 each. It's like, that's a lot of money.
Gross. That's disgusting.
It's a lot of money.
Yep. There's a $75 gun skin. That's where the blue meme came from, I think.
Blue?
Blue! You can charge $70 for blue?
We're gonna wrap it up here. Let's see, where'd this go at?
But yeah, well, excited for the people that are excited for Halo multiplayer. I don't give a fuck about Halo multiplayer. I'm excited for the Infinite Story though.
Yeah.
We had this walkout yesterday. Shout outs to all of Activision-Blizzard, a lot of other companies set up with that. There's been a lot of really skeevy details been leaking about that. I'm sure David's been all over that, just being in the PR world. This story is very weird. Of some, like, I don't know which person in particular, but someone in there was like posting something like this. The spiel, a lot of people, I know what this is going on. I'm so sorry. We respect all. And then someone dug up their fucking post, and they're literally like, I think one of the things they mentioned was like, yo, I'll bring the chicks.
Yeah, literally one of the heads of senior leadership was like, oh, I've tried so hard in my career to fight for equality. And it's like, fuck off. You've been quoted so many times. Like, there's even like a Blizzard, it was at BlizzCon, where he laughed at a woman that's like, hey, could you maybe
that
tone
was
down the sexualization of female
so
characters
stupid.
a little bit?
So stupid. If you really want to cringe hard, go watch it. It was 2010 BlizzCon where a woman asked the question, hey, can we have characters that don't look like they just fucking walked out of Victoria's Secret? Fucking fair question, because a lot of them do. And to the artist's nature, the artist can do whatever the fuck they want. It's their product. They can do whatever the fuck they want. However, especially at a convention with fans, you should be treating your fans with respect and not like disrespect them for asking that kind of question, which they did. Like everyone, like a bunch of fucking men booed, and like the people at the fucking panel didn't. Like they fucking encouraged that shit. They even like started making jokes about it. Like that's pretty shitty. Like, it is your product, do whatever the fuck you want, but you should respect them. And that was a totally valid request at it. Like, it's totally valid. That was such cringe, dude. Also, it's unfortunate that the guy that got McCree's namesake is in that. It's very unfortunate.
Oh, his name will be
Marred.
Jake McCree soon.
Jacob
McCree. Jessica McCree. I'll switch his gender.
But yeah, on top of that, Blizzard went ahead and hired a firm that worked with Amazon for doing union busting. And coincidentally, around the same time, Activision-Blizzard was like, oh yeah, everyone that's doing the walkout, go ahead, we'll use PTO so you don't miss a day. Okay, first and foremost, if a company is going ahead and they're saying, yeah, no, we want you to go ahead and walk out, they're confident that nothing is going to fucking happen from it. 100%. that means that they've already got their lawyers kind of looking into things, and the lawyers have probably said, "No, you're good, fam. Don't worry about it." Two, it creates a PR stunt where they go ahead and they look like to others externally that are not educated in HR and a lot of other things that, oh, they're being supportive. They're allowing them to go ahead and, make sure they still get paid for the day. But here's the thing. There are two major issues with that. One, by going ahead and saying, yeah, go ahead and use your PTO, as opposed to doing what would genuinely be, if they really wanted good publicity, especially from an HR side of things, they would just be like, we've gone ahead and we have given you that time. We'll pay for it regardless. By going ahead and doing it based on PTO, I don't know what their benefit structure looks like, but it's very likely that it's coming out of a sorted law. Not every company gives unlimited PTO, or if they do, it's only for like senior leadership or for certain levels of the organization. It's not something that everyone gets. So first and foremost, it's very likely a tactic to go ahead and burn off their actual time off so that way they don't get to use it when they actually want to. Second of all, it's effectively creating a hit list. And this is a very common tactic with a lot of companies, which is really fucking scummy to see, is whenever there are these kind of protests or these arguments and they actively encourage people to take PTO, they track that. They go ahead and they say, oh, okay, who's causing problems that day? And then they find external reasons beyond what happened there to fire them. And then they'll go ahead, oh, maybe your just performance wasn't where it was. They will find any kind of, as far as the law is concerned, reason on why to get rid of it. It's even worse if it's at a at-will state, which I believe California is an at-will state. It's been a little bit since I looked at California HR law,
I think it was,
but I
last
believe
heard.
California is, I believe California is at will. So technically, they don't even need a reason. But most companies, even if they are at will still have a bank of reasons, because litigation is a very common thing. Just because it's kind of like freedom of speech is not freedom for consequence. Freedom to fire someone is not freedom to kind of not be called an asshole and get sued for it. So they'll still have some kind of backing, but it's going to be some petty ass shit. And it's going to be like, oh no, it had nothing to do with this. They just coincidentally also happen to be having some of these other issues. And I can almost guarantee if some of these people did even legitimately, if they were having issues, they're fucking gone if they went ahead and confirmed and used that PTO there. So there's a lot of really scummy things that are going on. Bobby Kotick there released an internal memo basically saying we're going to look into this.
It was after the fuck up one. They released a fucked up one, and there was like, excuse me?
Yeah, after the really fucked up one, but more importantly, as I mentioned before, the stock started tanking. Then he finally released an internal memo saying something. But it is fascinating what is going to happen here because, again, I've been following it. I know a lot of people are waiting for the stocks to drop a little bit more. It's estimated that they might hit around 80, which I know some people are going to, the human element of it aside. I know a lot of investors are going to be like, oh, that's the time to go ahead and start throwing in because it'll bounce back. I genuinely hope it doesn't. Blizzard, granted, has already been on a little bit of a decrease for a bit, but some of their other ventures have been kind of given the promise. But WoW's been underperforming for so long now that they don't even actually report their active subscribers anymore. Then Call of Duty's been the only thing that's been kind of keeping them alive. Call of Duty Mobile helped them quite a bit, but it's still nothing like they were in their big fucking days. And it's not hard to see why when they fucking treat their employees like this. No one's going to have passion. No one's going to want to work. They're going to do the bare minimum. And beyond that, I feel so sorry for everyone that had to fucking go through this shit. 100% fucking percent.
Yeah, there was a story about how a woman killed herself. That was...
Yeah, that one was an interesting thing, too, is it happened at Disney World, or Disneyland, whichever the one is the California
land.
Disneyland. And supposedly a woman killed herself, and the last people that she was known to be kind of hanging out with before it happened were execs with Blizzard, and there was a lot of like corroboration that didn't match exactly what was happening at the scene. So it just made it seem like they were aware that it was going to happen or it did happen, but they weren't very cooperative. This was back in like 2017, I think the memo said, but there's a lot of sketchy shit here. More and more is coming up from it, and it's fucking wild.
The thing is, a lot of this shit, it stems from old video game development culture, like stemming from like the Atari days. Remember those first-hand accounts of like orgies and everyone's smoking in the hot tub at Atari back in the day?
Well, I mean, that's just old tech, especially. I mean,
yeah,
old
so
business,
it's
especially old tech.
It's bleeding into that more and more and more. Where people hear the stories, they kind of keep that tradition going. But that's like, first off, that wasn't okay to begin with. But second off, like that's it's just like they're still going down that trend. You hear like the shit they're doing right now. It's like, oh, I'm sure that shit probably like flew totally fine back in the early Atari development days, you know. But like, that's not where we're at. Like, that Cosby Suite thing is fucking disgusting.
Fucking everything that's come out is fucking disgusting. It is fucking horrible.
But
this is a company that doesn't need to exist. Period. I genuinely hope that this company fucking tanks.
It's unfortunate because the thing is, the women that stay there are just, they love their product so much, you know, they want to see their product succeed, and that's what they deal with the abuse. Like, it sucks that they're dealing with that. So that's why it's hard for me to want to root for the whole thing to go down, because even though it's still there, people did put their heart and soul. Even if they're getting abused, they want the thing to exist because they love that thing so much. So it's hard for me to root for it, to be like, I hope they fucking fall. I hope it's gutted is more what I want it to be. I want the actual thing to exist, but I want it to gut, because there are good people there, you know? It's like, I want that. I don't want them to lose out on stuff that they spent like blood, sweat, and tears on because of the shitty people around it. I want them to gut whatever they need to, keep the good in there, and let that exist, because I'm sure one woman out there who's dealt with it has put all of her time and effort and wanting to see it succeed, you know?
See, here's the thing. This is the kind of double-edged sword that, especially when it comes to like the business side of things, is that I feel for wanting to see kind of results from your passion, want to see the kind of results of your effort, but at the same time, the results are going to something that is going to continue to propagate the problem. I would much rather see this company tank, its licenses sold and bought out by other companies, and these people being able to, which they'll, in the current climate going on right now with recruiting, easily be able to find steady, good paying income at so many other companies, and being able to go ahead and potentially find either a new passion or be given the freedom to work on something that maybe another company buys up the properties and licenses and gets some new fucking ideas out there for them. I want this company to take 100%. They have no right fucking continuing as a business. What I think is more realistically going to happen is, if we continue to see a trend in the stock going down, we'll probably see a rip out of leadership aside from Kotick. As much as I think that Kotick himself especially still needs to fucking go, I think he still owns a large share of the company, and I don't think he would be able to be thrown out because of how many shares of the company he actually owns.
Yeah, I forget what it's. That's just a hard thing for me. I get what you're saying. We're on the same side with how we want it with it, but it's just that I just being on like, just as the creative side as I am, you know. And I've seen people tweet this too, is that they've had shitty stories, but it's like, they're like, I stayed there because I just love Blizzard, you know? It's like that's a lot of people grew up with, or like maybe they even grew up with it too. It's like, it sucks. It really sucks. It's almost like a lose-lose, you know? Someone's losing somewhere, and it has to happen eventually. But in a perfect world, you just gut everyone shitty and keep it as it is. But obviously, you know, Kodak's sticking around. You know, that fucking dude's gonna come out with a fucking bonus at the end of the year too with this, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because he'll fix the problem, air quote. It'll literally be Ubisoft. He'll come out, he'll fix the problem, and he'll get a nice fat paycheck because it's fixed, but nothing has changed.
Yeah, which on the opposite end too, actually, Ubisoft also had an open letter for them as well, alongside with Activision-Blizzard, because like This shit never got fixed either. We talked about that with Assassin's Creed for a second, but it's just shit all around, and it just sucks. So
Stop giving these people your fucking money. It is shitty. It sucks for the creatives that help to make these things. But the only way these problems get fucking fixed is to stop giving these companies your fucking money. End of fucking story.
yeah, it sucks too. We talked about this last week, but it trickles down too, which is an issue. It sucks because like they're gonna hire someone that doesn't give a fuck who will work, and then for less money, and then they'll just get rid of like, oh, our product didn't sell well. Okay, it's designer number one's issue or something. It sucks. But yep. Anyway, I think that's it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Blue Reapers podcast. Stay tuned if you're watching it live right now for an enthralling Games Gone By.
For Metal Wolf
Going
Chaos
for-
XD.
Transitioning from one depressing thing to another.
Well,
True. One tragedy to another.
One thing we will at least mention is that we will be announcing our nominations for October's Games Gone By this episode as well. So at least there's one fun thing at the beginning. You see, will David win another one? Who knows? You'll probably find out by the end of the episode too. 'Cause usually we have a good idea about where the poll is. People just poll like randomly vote right away.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
Right.
by the way, I mentioned it because David walked away. Gort, you're at 14 points. David, you're still at 4 1/3. So
Hell yeah.
you'll get there. Anyway, thanks for listening. Stay tuned for Games Gone By.
Yeah. Cocksuckers.
Welcome to Games Gone By, our
Welcome
video
to
game
Games Gone By.
book club series, a sister podcast at Blue Rupees, where we talk about a game that one of us picked for the month, and we go through it. Some of us for the first time. I think all of us for the first time this time, as you'll soon hear. We're doing Metal Wolf Chaos this episode. Our current schedule is as follows. August 12th is To the Moon. August 26th, Stardew Valley. September 30th, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And October, we'll be nominating right now. Each of us will nominate a game. We'll put it up for poll, and that'll be our October Games Gone By before that's the end of season 2. Will David finally get an October game? We're going to find out here in a little bit.
Maybe.
Let's see. So let's do that first. Who... I feel like we should do it at random. Let me do a random spinner. I want to see who...
No. Fuck that. I'm going last.
All right, David. They'll let you pick first. What's the David Roy nominee for October?
So my nominee for October, I want to fucking hit this out of the park. One of the highest rated fucking games on the Nintendo Switch right now, if not still perhaps the highest rated fucking game on the Nintendo Switch, House and Fata Morgana.
Oh. That's like a 500-hour game.
We have time for
Game.
that?
No, it's only like 30 hours.
I used like 100 hours one time. I thought you said.
I spent 100
he's a
hours
slow
on it. I
reader.
did like every little thing
Takes a long
possible in that
time.
game.
And by the time October rolls by, we'll have
Technically, you can get a platinum in the game in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Is there
on the
anything-
Switch? That's really weird.
Is there anything special
Well,
about
I mean,
this
it's-
version? Because I don't have my. I don't
Yeah,
have my.
it's more
It's the same
story.
thing as the PS4 version.
No, it has more story. That.
No, it's the same version as the PS4 version.
Okay, because
Well, that one has more story though, right? The PS4 version. Because this one, people were asking if all the shit is, all the story stuff is on disc. Or
The
not.
base game, to explain the history of it, they came out with the original base
That's
game,
okay.
and then as time went on, they went ahead and released an expansion for it.
Right.
And then an epilogue to that. The PS4 version and the Switch version bundle it all together.
Okay.
Okay, because I was gonna wait for the Switch copy, but I don't have my Switch copy yet. So
Yeah, it's coming.
I mean, it's coming, so
I have it on PS4. If not, we'll
It'll
see.
it'll be here next month.
We'll see if it wins though first. All right.
yeah, we'll see if it wins.
I don't
If
want.
people want a highly rated Metacritic game and a great fucking story, they'll vote for it.
Spoilers, it won't win.
Oh, it'll win.
So
Yeah.
My peeps know what's up.
I'm trying to not
They do.
let David win.
I already have my game, so.
So my pick is
But-
Phasmophobia. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the stream crowd to want us to play that together. I want to snipe that away from David. I don't
Yeah.
want David to win. I want
I
kids.
think you are overestimating our audience's desire to see us stream games.
Well, a lot of people that vote this don't actually watch
I
this
don't
time
know.
too. They'll just see the game they recognize and they'll probably pick it. Or if it's
All right, so
PlayStation. game.
Phasmophobia is Adrian's. I don't know why it took us so long to decide on fucking picks.
Oh, I didn't know. It was
Okay.
you. You were the one that wanted to. I had my pick for a long time.
I've had my
I
pick
w-
for a long time too.
This was never said. I said I might have to take a little while, and no one said, "Well, I have mine." So you could
Oh,
have
yeah.
announced yours earlier.
No,
if you
we want to
wanted.
wait all together.
Well, what the fuck? I didn't know. Because I could have picked one. I had like 4 games.
All right, well, let's hear it.
I decided well, I'm not gonna tell you the other 3 because I might pick them.
Oh, they just say, I'm not going to tell you at all now.
I'm not gonna tell you them all. Fuck you. All right. So the one I decided to go with is a game that fits the most in October. It is a horror game, kinda. It's a
Doom.
horror game. No, not Doom. Not Doom. Doom Eternal. I could pick though.
It's scary
if I
for the
wanted to.
aliens.
That was not on my 4 though. In my 4 there was something similar to Doom in there. That's all I'll say though, because I might pick it later. The game. Do you want to guess it? It is horror-ish. It's in a spooky.
When was it released? What year?
Spooky world. I'm not gonna tell you the year. You'll probably get it.
What genre?
I'll say it's on the 360, but you're not gonna be playing on 360.
Is it a very well-known game?
Yeah.
Is it
It's
not
pretty
a very good game?
Stubbs
Oh, no,
the
it's
zombie.
No, it's an amazing game. You're gonna be thanking me.
Stubbs. the
David
zombie.
will like my choice.
It's not Dead Space, right?
No, but it's
Dead Rising.
close, but not really. You'll see when I tell you what it is.
Have I played this before?
don't
99
think you
Nights.
I don't think you have. I'm not 100% sure if you have.
Lollipop
Is that
Chainsaw.
scary Or just ignoring me.
Huh? No, it wasn't anything you said. Lollipop Chainsaw was not. But all right,
Go for it.
all right. Think water.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
He nailed it. I don't know. I got it. Burning Earth to get all the achievements in 4 seconds.
Water.
Water. Think water. Where? Oh, water's kind of
Hydrophobia.
atmospheric.
Oh,
I
I
got
was-
it. I keep
But,
fucking nailing all.
you knocked out all the other 3 picks you had.
I like it. You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm really upset that he came up with hydrophobia before the actual fucking pick. Water. It's a creepy environment. It's not like Dead Space, but it's in a way. If you think about it in the most vaguest of ways, then I
No,
guess
I'm
you can
lost.
kinda
I'm
say.
sure I'll know
All right.
a section.
All right. My pick for October voting.
Oh wait,
is
I know it. Yeah, fuck, I know
It's
it.
Bioshock, the original Bioshock.
I knew it right afterwards too. I was about to say I got it.
Yeah, yeah. Too late.
Yeah,
Sorry,
fucked up.
Bioshock.
All right. I
All
wouldn't
right.
be sad. That's a great fucking game.
And of course, when I said it, we're not going to be playing on 360 because we'll be playing the remastered one
Yeah,
most
I'll
likely.
easily be playing
By the way, the
the
remaster is fantastic, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. It's good. Even if you play it on Switch, it's good, which I did. And it's
So-
great.
yeah. That was the one that I was expecting from Gore a long time ago. So I'm glad we're.
I saved it for October.
Gore has a critically acclaimed. I got the meme pick. David's gonna get the visual novel. Let's see what wins.
I'm excited to play Phasmophobia if that pick,
What are you
especially
talking about?
since
I got the highest rated Metacritic game.
that's true. But you know what? Bioshock had a high
Put the poll
Metacritic.
out. Put the poll out so we'll have an idea of where we're at by the.
We'll do it. All right. Just intro this piece of shit game we're talking about now.
So Meta Wolf Chaos.
Why
Oh,
don't you
that
pick this,
turd.
Adrian?
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with you?
Well, no. I mean, Adrian usually asks us these questions, so
Yeah.
I'll take over fucking host slightly on this. So why this game,
Yeah.
Adrian? What was your fascination with
Well,
What's wrong with you?
It would have made more sense hypothetically picking it as a June game because it'd be closer to 4th of
Yeah.
July and that. However,
Yeah.
it just didn't
Too
feel
bad, so-
right. So I wanted to pick. That's why I picked the literal opposite acclaim game near Automata for June last time because I was like, you know what, if I get
an actual
July,
good game?
I got July. Let's get a little American with this. I'm literally never gonna play this game otherwise. I never knew what this game was until we saw it at the Devolver. Was it? Yeah, it was Devolver's thing.
Yeah, it
It was always the mythical game I heard
It was
about.
hype.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was hype when they announced it, honestly, because I was like, oh man, this is like a a game I thought we never get in America.
Yeah, which is actually surprising when it
That's one of the
happens.
few Japan exclusive original Xbox games.
Which hey, Devolver has this, and Limited Run has Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. So maybe Plumbers Don't Wear Ties will be a Gamescom buy in the future.
Yeah.
You know, that might be a really fun one, honestly.
Now, that's gonna be
that game.
That game 3D to play it on. Let's fucking
someone's
go.
gonna
You
snipe
got
that.
PS4
Someone's gonna
ones,
snipe
but-
that for a viewer's choice one. Watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because you could beat that in about 40, 50 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
want.
it's a very quick game.
So
So that'd be perfect.
so I heard about this. Never really thought about it. This was Japanese games, which was not my wheelhouse, especially early on. So I never really knew about this, and it was like what, $20 when it came out. 25 or 20 or $30.
I think it was 20 download, but 30 physical.
Yeah. So we had it, and it was sitting there, and it was like, it's never going to touch anything other than that. And I wanted an American game for July. And I was like, well, again, this.
Wait, time out real quick. Is it the house in Fata Morgana or at Fata
Yeah,
Morgana?
the house in Phantom Morgana.
And it's just that, not like special version or whatever?
Yeah,
want me to
just
put
the house in Phantom Morgana.
The house in Fata Morgana? Okay. All right, continue.
So I had no idea about this game. I watched that Devolver thing, and I just know it's mech, and I know you play as the president. That's all I know about this game.
It's legendary for having terrible voice acting. Even it never came out here, but it came out in Europe, I think.
Which is so bizarre.
No, I don't think it ever left Japan.
Okay, so they did the English voice actor, but it never came out.
I'm curious. How was it received in Japan? If anyone knows what that was, was it like?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure they liked it because they like all these stupid ass mech games. But
This is when From Software just made anything, which was not what they
yeah,
did. Now
they made
just
all
do
the
Souls.
Armored Core. They made all the Armored Core games. So
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah, back. Hey, I just want to say there was a point where From Software was not the studio that everybody.
Yeah, no, they
loved.
made literally anything.
I know Armored Core, you like it, but it was not a critical success. Almost any of the games. Like some of them got decent reviews.
Technically a success, but it was still a very beloved franchise.
Sure. But like, it was still not like, it was a critic favorite, I guess, which the Souls games are. Every time those games come out, or even if it's a Sekiro or Bloodborne, they always get 9s, 10s. Shit, Sekiro got Game of the Year. You know, it's like, but like,
it's
I
so
always
bizarre.
thought like From Software was always like they made a game called Ninja Blade. Does anyone remember that game?
They made Kuon,
No,
which I learned about the
it
other
was
day.
like a Ninja Gaiden ripoff.
I didn't know they made Kuon.
They made Kuon, yeah.
Yeah,
They made
so
Kuon.
that
Well,
was randomly curious.
think-
That was randomly curious. Like, why the fuck is Kuon so expensive? And they were like, it's From Software. And as soon as they made
gave
Dark Souls,
Kingsfield, of course.
as soon as they made Dark
Kingsfield
Souls,
was
it
like the
started
origins of it.
started climbing up more and more, and then now it just shot the fuck up. So again, technically it's my first From Software game, kind of, because I put maybe an hour into Bloodborne, so that's a fun introduction. Again, no expectation, no idea what the fuck I was getting into. I knew it was bad voice acting. I knew you played the president. I knew it was mechs. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
No idea what the fuck I was getting into.
Richard.
So therefore, that's probably a little more. Because I'm sure David knew what this game was going into it. I know Gord
I
knew
knew
more
what it
about
was,
it.
too.
Again, it's kind of.
I didn't see a ton of gameplay for it, but I knew what it was.
See, this kind of goes into what I was saying. Is like my expectations were like none. It's okay.
Yeah.
It was-
And look, it bit him on the ass. Maybe you should watch some trailers.
well, no, I didn't. So I did not mind the game actually.
All right. Can I just say? I just want to say this. You didn't mind the game. I didn't mind the game either at first, but I will get into later why I did not like the game. And I'm going to tell you right here, I did not finish the game. I have a good fucking reason why I didn't finish it, because I was going to finish, because I know I don't finish a lot of games on this fucking thing.
A couple of guesses on why you didn't finish it.
All right, no. You're probably thinking like, oh, it's because you die at the end of the fucking mission, you have to start it over, right? Is that your thought?
No.
Which is really fucking. If you fail the mission or whatever, that's annoying. But
I'm
that's
thinking like some of the
part of the
GPS
reason. But
checks
I
you
will,
have to do.
that is a part of the reason why I will say, but it's not the full reason. I'll get into it later because I want to shit talk this fucking.
Yeah, so we'll get mine.
this port at least. I don't know about the actual.
We'll,
game,
we'll
but-
get into mine since mine's the most dramatically different from you guys. So I didn't mind the game that much. It was very bizarre to me, and this is actually, I think, my first mech game in general, honestly.
What a shitty way to get
You never
introduced
played
to the
Mecha
genre.
Souls?
No.
God damn.
You never played Mech Warrior?
Mech
No.
Warrior?
Oh,
You never played
Combat Attack at
Steel
all?
Battalion Heavy Armor?
Yeah. No.
Also made by fucking From Software.
So I never actually played any other mech game, so this is what I have with it. And like I said, I have nothing to go off of too. It never.
Hey, you played Halo 4. You get a mech in that.
Oh yeah, there you go. No, you stole the mech
There you
from me.
go. Yeah, because I'm better. I play more mech games. You can have your little gun and shoot. I'm
So
gonna have a big
it threw me the fuck
walker
off when
guy.
I see 2 giant fucking squares. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Overall, I mean, the game wasn't fantastic, and the buttons, for whatever reason, just, a lot of times the buttons fucking confuse the shit out of me. Even at the end, I'm still like looking like a fucking old person when I'm flipping through my guns. I'm like, what the fuck gun am I pushing? Oh, because I push it a lot of times or something like that. But overall, I didn't really mind it. I even actually, I mean, the later levels get a little hard, especially if you didn't pick the right gun. So I did grind the first level like a couple more times, and I got the gun that I figured would have worked, and it worked out pretty fine. Like I destroyed the fucking final boss like quickly. But overall, it wasn't too bad. I think it helped that you guys down talked it so much going into it. I'm like, oh god,
I
this
barely
is
even down talked it really. Like
Dave,
I
okay.
I played a little bit of it. I didn't like it that much.
fair.
Every
So
other fucking day.
with David
Yeah.
shit talked it, then I was like, oh, this is gonna be the
Yeah.
worst game of my
I'd
life.
say once I played it for about an hour, and I was like, eh.
Yeah.
Like he was like, fuck this game. It sucks my balls. It fucking murdered my children. I'm like, god damn.
Yeah. So
this game
when
sucks.
Let's look at him. It was like either today or yesterday. You're like, how the fuck you finished
Yeah.
this goddamn
No, I'll
game?
explain why I said this.
yeah, so I'm curious. But anyway, so to wrap my point up, I didn't mind the game. It wasn't too bad. I would actually, if the trophies weren't like obtain literally everything, I'm like, I probably would have gone back and maybe done a little bit more, because actually once you get the really good guns, it didn't feel bad to me. It was it felt honestly,
It didn't feel
it
terrible.
felt almost like so Earth Defense Force at some point, where you just got a gun, you're just blowing shit out of everything else. I'm like, okay, this is the same shit that Earth Defense Force is. I don't know what
Well,
the fuck.
it's Earth Defense Force in the way of like the weapon stuff. Like when you're like getting new weapons, you're not getting loot. I mean, you can find guns in the environment, but you're like getting all these different weapons, and you try the mission out a little bit, and you're like, oh, I like this weapon, I don't really like this one, and then you go back.
Yeah, it
'cause
felt
you fucking
so
failed the
much
mission.
like fucking Earth Defense Force in that point, where I'm like, oh.
I wouldn't say that, because I'll give David this. I felt way more impact whatever I was shooting at in Earth Defense Force. This is one of my big problems with the game. Besides the big problem, like the really
I'm
big
excited for
problem I
this.
had. The shooting just, it felt, I might as well just been shooting walls and dirt and like I hate a shooter that does not have impact when you're shooting anything. Like when I'm shooting like helicopters out of the sky and other mechs and fucking tanks and the towers and all this shit that you fight over and over again, they change up a little bit, but for the most part, like it's the same shit over and over again.
The
like,
shotguns
it just-
especially flat any real fucking kick.
Ooh, I think
And,
some of them
like, this
eventually
is-
do, but
this
you
is-
gotta work towards it,
This,
which is the issue.
yeah, sure. You have to.
Near maxed out shotguns, and then I had to spend my time grinding out for 2 other gun sets because I realized, oh, I can't win with shotguns and
Yeah.
assault rifles.
That was another problem I had with fucking grinding, just so you can get more like shit. Like playing this, they're all the same mission, but with little differences. But you're still doing the same shit. Oh, this one has a fucking whatever.
Go clear destroy all the
Yeah,
towers.
Just destroy everything, which
Right.
is fine. But like everything feels shitty when you shoot it. It doesn't feel good. The explosion. It's a 2002-3 game. I get that. But like I could play the original Red Faction and still have a great time because that game was great.
I
And that
grinded
was probably earlier than this.
I grinded
don't
the first level 3 times. That's the only time I ever had to
I
repeat a
played
level.
the first level like 4 times so I could finish the second level, which was fucking the dumb tank boss. The reason why I had to do that is because by the time I got to the boss, all my weapons besides the rocket launchers were useless. And guess what? I already used the rocket launchers to fight everybody the fuck else. So I had to get out of there and then fucking do the first mission over and over and over and over again. So it was like, all right, cool.
I did the beach level for like a solid half hour to basically make sure I had 4 of the best fucking rocket launcher and 4 of the best machine gun.
So yeah, it's a problem. I do like the customization. I mean, it's not really customization. It's
I
just
like
buying.
customization when it actually matters in the early game, and then
Yeah.
you realize, oh, this is fucking worthless, and you can't beat the game with customization.
Yeah. I didn't beat it obviously, so I don't know. But like the game is frustrating. It's really annoying because it's not really that fun. And then you hit roadblocks and like there's missions where like shit's blowing up and if you're like me and I don't give a fuck about the story. I get it, funny voice acting, it's bad. I get it, funny gimmick. But and I'm sure when they made it they didn't intend that to be the main gimmick. They probably wanted
It was originally always like that was It was just.
I know, but
hey,
like they
here's-
wanted the gimmick to be like you're a mech warrior and you're destroying everything.
They
That was
wanted
the
it to be
fun part.
cool.
Yeah, you want it to be cool, you know, like gameplay wise. But now it's 18 years old and it's not.
Right.
But like it's just like you're doing the same thing. So even if with the weapon, like you're upgrading weapons and you're buying new weapons and you're finding new weapons, they just all feel the same.
So
Like,
I will.
the one weapon I liked is the flamethrower. I like the flamethrower. Cause you know why I like the flamethrower? Because it would destroy everything quickly. Like it would destroy tanks quickly. It destroy if the helicopter was lower altitude, it would destroy that quickly. Like I ended up just for the most game, I got maybe 4 or 5 hours in before I had a problem. Most of the time I was just fucking using the same weapons. I was using rocket launchers and then I would switch to the flamethrower sometimes. And I would always buy multiple rocket launchers so I had plenty of ammo so I didn't need to worry about it that much. So I would have like 3 of the same rocket launcher and then 3 of a different rocket launcher that I could hold in both hands. I don't know. So I had a grenade launcher. Like grenade launcher was okay.
That's interesting. So I actually swapped. The only one I thought was ass was the pistol. That shit sucked.
Oh, the pistol
But-
was fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, that was dumb.
The shotgun wasn't that great too, because like shotgun's okay for like crowds of enemies and maybe when you're fighting like another mech, but like I found that was okay during that. If you get
well,
close
that's the
enough.
other thing too is the shotgun has a weird upgrade path because you get a lot of like weird utility shotguns. Where you get, like,
Yeah,
a lot of stun
I was
ones
gonna
or
say that.
incendiary.
There was some. If you're not paying attention, if you just go by like autopilot gamer mode, you think you unlock something. You're like, oh, that's better, right? Sometimes they're not better. There's like, well, I almost did at the beginning, and then I realized quick I couldn't do that because I bought one. Like this shotgun is shit, but like once you level up like past 6, I think maybe 7 or 8. I think 8's max.
Well, 8's like the max. Yeah.
Yeah, so once you get like 6, I think that's where they were like guides. I look back and try to see if I played the game. For whatever reason, I keep thinking I play the games wrong. I think every time I just do that. So I look back, like, did I do this right? And people were saying, yeah, like 6 is where you want to kind of land at with a lot of these, and then you'll get the good weapons there. And the shotgun, like after that, is like actually pretty baller. Like I was actually like just running through that shit at the last level with a lot of things.
Well, immediately the shotgun sucked. So,
yeah.
like,
The first level's a lot of
so
things.
Immediately I was like, fuck it, the rocket launcher's helping me out.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
the
just gonna
bazooka.
keep upgrading rocket launchers.
And then like once you get
Bazooka, yeah.
it felt all right because actually I started grinding the first level. I grinded like 3 or 4 times. I forget how many times when I got to the Liberty statue level where you're having like
that fucking bullshit. Yeah.
yeah because I was like
check.
yeah because I was like I'm a lot of my weapons aren't doing the thing. So I was like, all right, so I went back to the level, and I think the first 2 levels gave you the most cash. So I grinded through the first one like 4 times, but I felt it was a lot. You could feel the progression more when you go back to the first one because the first level, which yeah, sometimes it takes you a couple times because you're just not doing shit. All of a sudden, that fucking bazooka you got, you're just mowing shit down. You literally just run through that level in a couple minutes, just like boom, 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 you're done. And like that the thing that you're chasing at the end down like the Chinatown alleyway, that thing is dead in fucking 40 seconds tops. So it felt good once you got the weapons there, but yeah, I think you had to almost luck out because I looked at some walkthroughs afterwards, and yeah, they had a specific amount of guns that blazed through it, but I was like, oh, if I was like the flamethrower, I thought was pretty dope, but then I stopped using that right away because I got the bazookas, which was better at a range, and I didn't use my boost. But yeah, like it got better as it went on, but if you went to the wrong path and spent the wrong money on the wrong things, that game becomes a whole other beast. That was kind of the shitty thing about that for sure, I thought.
I got some thoughts on that, but I want to let Chris go ahead.
I want to hear
share
this.
his thoughts with it and
All right.
get into that.
So, I was playing this fucking junk heap yesterday. And I was playing it today too, seeing if I can get past the part where I was getting stuck at. But I was playing it yesterday, and this is when I sent the message. Maybe it was a couple days ago. Whenever I sent the message is the day that
I think it was
this is
Tuesday.
annoying. It was Tuesday. Okay, it was Tuesday then. I was playing the game, and I was actually not having a bad time with it. The first like couple hours, I was not caring for it. I said in the
Sure.
podcast I wasn't caring for it, and then I played a little bit on Monday. I was like, ugh. I have all these other games I want to fucking play. I'm like, this game is like a chore almost because it's not even like really hard at first. It's so fucking boring. And
It's
then
not
the tank,
it's not the challenge. It's kind of mundane.
The tank I mentioned really started annoying me because that was only hard because I didn't have the fuck. If I had bazooka ammo, it would have been fine. And of course, I left, did the first mission a couple times just to make sure I'm okay, so I don't have to restart a fucking 25 minute mission and then find out I don't have enough bazooka ammo. And that was good after that. And then I started developing more weapons and stuff because,
Sure.
you know, I had enough money to do that. So I was good with that. It was like breezy. The next few missions I was fine with. And then I did the mission in the Old West town, which is early in the game. I know.
Phoenix.
Yeah. I did all the other missions first. And then,
Sure.
well, no, that's not true. I did like 1 or 2 of the other missions, and then I did this mission.
Mhm. Beverly Hills, Grand Canyon, and San Francisco.
Yeah, whatever. I don't fucking care. But like the one where you have to disable the cannon thing, and then the other
And
one which is just
Alcatraz.
destroy a bunch of shit. Yeah. And I got on this mission, and immediately there's 3 mechs, and they're fucking you up. You're like, oh, okay. Which is annoying. So I'm fighting these fucking dumb pieces of shit. And I'm like, at first I lost immediately because I had no idea.
Yeah,
what the
they
fuck
fuck
was
you up right
happening.
away.
They go invisible and they fuck you up. I'm like, all right.
And all of a
cool,
sudden you hear,
but whatever.
Mr. President, you're at 90%.
Yeah, I wish she'd shut the fuck up. That stopped being funny after the first couple hours.
It was never
'cause
funny to begin with.
I got about 3, 4, maybe 5 hours in, but I was doing a lot of grinding too because
Sure.
I wanted to make sure I was good. And then I had to do more because of this fucking stupid thing. But all right, so I'm playing it, and I like the first time, whatever. But the second time, I'm doing fine. Just making sure, you know, the controls are really iffy in this game, but I'm okay. I'm dodging their attacks and stuff, their missiles. It gets really chaotic at times, but it's fine. I got to the point where I took 2 of them down, and the other one's about dead. And then I got close to the end, and then the game fucking froze. So I'm like, all right. That's fucking great because now I know I'm gonna have to start it over again. But whatever, it was like maybe 15 minutes in this mission because I was getting my ass kicked. So I'm like, all right. So the whole console froze, by the way. So I was like, all right, I guess I have to shut up the fucking console, or you know, it wasn't shutting off, so I had to unplug it.
You unplugged your PS5 the wrong way.
Exactly. Yep. So I did that, and they berated me for it. You know, you unplugged it the wrong way, yada yada. It took a little while to restart, so it got me. I was a little scared too. Yeah. No, it scared me too because that was the exact same thing that happened when my PS5 bricked the first week of release.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So it was the same thing. I was like, oh, please don't tell me this is
Metal
happening again,
Chaos.
I have to factory reset my fucking PlayStation.
What was the game
I don't have PlayStation Plus anymore, so all my saves would be fucked.
What was the game that did it first time?
Call of Duty. So shout out to Call of Duty.
Too much guns, dude.
No, it was Spider-Man. I'm sorry, it was Spider-Man. And then Call of Duty was it was being weird after factory resetting and wouldn't install anymore. Okay. But it was I was playing Spider-Man and it locked up. So fuck you, Spider-Man. So I'm like, all right, that sucks, boy, whatever. And then I go back to the same mission. I play all the way to the same fucking point.
Oh no.
And then it fucking locks up again. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I'm like, all right, that's great. So I unplugged the fucking PS5 again because that's something you want to keep doing.
You unplugged your PS5 the wrong way.
Exactly. Same thing happened too, where I'm like, oh, please be okay. And it was fine. Load the fucking game up again. Play the same fucking mission. I get to the same. I have a different. Every time I replay this, it's a different mech. That's the last.
You're like, maybe it's that one.
Yeah, maybe it's that one. No, it's always just like whatever fucking one I see. I don't care anymore. I'm not going, oh, I have to take this one out because this is the no, fuck it. They're all gonna die at different times. I don't care. So I get 2 of them down this time actually. One of them was like really low, and then the other one was like halfway. I'm like, all right. And then it fucking locks up again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I've never had a game lock up this much. A 2003 game can't run on a PS5. Like, I didn't understand. So I had to do it a fucking again. And at this point, I'm getting really fucking annoyed. I don't even want to play this fucking game, honestly. And honestly, I knew it wouldn't matter. Because no, we're not talking about the story. We're not talking about the actual game. We're talking about, oh, it's generic and, oh, it's some mission, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to give it one more fucking try. One more try.
College Stray.
And then I play it again. And then it's not even 30 seconds into the mission. And then it fucking freezes again. I'm like, I'm done. Maybe there's something wrong with my PS5. Maybe. I was even considering downloading it on my PS4, but I'm like, I don't even want to fucking play this game. My PS4 is in my living room. I'm not bringing it out here again just to fucking play it. So I said, fuck it. And then the next day, a couple days later, that's when I wrote the tweet, by the way. A couple days later, today, I should say, I tried it again. And it worked this time. I was like, I'm done. I don't know why it worked this time. So I don't know. I didn't finish the mission, by the way. I got really close and then died. But
Oh, so
maybe
you don't
it
know?
was
You don't
worth
know? Yeah, you don't know.
it. I got really close though, so I got closer than I ever did before. So I was like an inch. I was really annoyed. I
Your
wasn't even
PS5
like,
was like ready. It's like it's that one beanie kid.
That should have been actually no. If I killed him and it froze there, it probably wouldn't be fine. I would have to start. That's another thing. It's really annoying when you die. You go back to the beginning of the mission, which
I understand. I don't
you do.
care about
I think
that
you keep your shit though, right? You do keep your
No,
stuff.
it just
You don't?
resets.
Okay.
It resets if you just started for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it keeps your like rare materials and stuff.
Nope.
No. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just had a lot from other missions, but because I fucked up the second mission
You
pretty
fucked up
early
your
on.
PS5.
I had a lot of fucking not a lot, but I had a good amount of stuff. So I went and grinded a couple times because the first mission's super fucking short and easy, and makes you think like, oh, this could be a fun time maybe.
All right.
Anyway, so the game froze 4 times on the same fucking mission
Same part.
on a PS5.
Well, rather not. The fourth time it didn't.
That's
So
true.
here's the thing.
Oh, I think it froze
also-
4 times.
You said at the
I had
beginning it
the
froze
game-
that one time.
Whatever.
Either way.
I'm pretty sure
had the game-
I might have missed one because I'm pretty sure it froze 4 times. I was getting really sick of it. I might have missed one.
David.
I had the game freeze on me too, and it was that mission as well.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I had it freeze once. So
Once?
I'll share my fucking.
he's offended. What the fuck?
What the fuck? And it doesn't help that that's so fucking annoying. I'm like, because they're fucking berating you immediately, and you don't even know how you're like blocking all this shit because you get your little jet fucking
that
whatever. And you just,
That was annoying.
but
Yeah,
it's like, there's times where I don't even know I'm getting hit. Besides the freaking dumb asshole who's like, yeah, Mr. President, your shit's at 40%. Like, oh my fuck.
that mission was was not a fun one either because you're having to like I was playing like
Say that about most of the missions.
I was playing peekaboo a lot with some of those guys where I'm like, all right, I'm very low on ammo, so I'm like,
That's
poke,
exactly
shot,
what you want to do. That's
shot.
exactly what you want to do when you're in a giant mech. You want to play peekaboo.
Yeah, so I was like poke shot, and then I'm like, oh, I got hit up like one bar, so I'm racing across trying to crush some boxes, hoping there's some health in there.
So I beat that mission. I didn't, but I did. I beat it 4 times. In my eyes, I fucking beat it.
Actually, you beat it.
Even the one time I died. Well, the 2 times I died. I died the first time also. I didn't freeze that first time, which.
Hey,
thank God
I
for
appreciate the
that.
Xbox, by the way. If you unplug the Xbox, you know what it does? It keeps you quick resume games. It's fine.
Yeah, right. Xbox is pretty good. That's a good console.
Doesn't fucking yell at me.
I'm sure it would. It wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't berate you too, because.
Like,
the
hey man,
fucking
I
piece of shit-
understand.
Oh, also, actually, with Xbox, most games that freeze just go back to the dashboard. At least all my experiences with games that froze on the Xbox One X and the
Only very
Series X,
rarely I think it's ever happened.
Very
on one
rarely.
hand. It
I
hard
don't
locked the
even.
console.
I can't remember one time where it
I think it's
froze
done
and
it
hard locked us.
maybe 2 to 3 times tops, I think. But
Now I could say 6 times the fucking PS5 has done that.
You might
4
need to get
times
that
with this
checked.
Game, 1 with Spider-Man, and fucking I'm pretty sure another time with Cyberpunk, but that's not really fair.
you should have swapped your console. You should have given David the one you have.
How would I fucking know? I mean, he doesn't play that many games, so he might get fucked too.
Yeah,
He's not playing. He didn't play Spider-Man. So
Yeah, there you go.
He didn't play Call of
true.
Duty either. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, David. So it froze on you too. So what else?
So I looked up more of the stuff, and it looked just like more of the same. So I'm like,
Have
fuck
other
this.
people been getting crashes on that too? Though, did you look that up?
No, I didn't
What,
care what other
you mean-
people's experiences were.
Well, no.
I
Well, I
didn't-
mean,
I
if
didn't-
it crashed, if I cause a crash 4 times,
I can look it up now. Let me look up.
Yeah, while David's talking.
Yeah, I'll look it up
So
now.
let me
No, I did
share
not.
because I've ranted about this. I said some negative comments on past episodes, but let me give a proper review, genuine fucking breakdown of my experience with this game. So it took me about 5 hours to beat this game, and it was 5 hours too fucking long. It is a very one-note, very unfunny fucking game. It has a shittily told story. The game starts you off with a cutscene, but then throws you right into the gameplay. But it's not like okay, I understand what's happening. It's setting up the characters, getting me into it. It's just like, oh, hey, here's like the weird environment we're in, and now you're playing. Have fun, asshole. And there are so many things that are cutscenes that should be gameplay elements. Like when you're first introduced to the actual vice president, it's like, oh, we're gonna go confront this asshole now. And it's like, here's a cutscene of you getting your ass kicked by the vice president. now you gotta start all over. The resistance got fucked up. It's like, oh, why was this not a gameplay
Yeah,
element?
it should have been a boss fight in the beginning. For sure.
Yes, exactly. This is the
I
quintessential.
mean, even Metal Gear Rising has that, which we talked about a few months ago.
Mhm.
When you lose against Jetstream
I like
Sam.
when that happens when you have to lose. It feels nice because you like
It feels nice that that when I'm getting my ass kicked, I'm like, oh, it's not my fault.
Yeah, well, it was like Hellblade when I'm just like pushing on for like the last, like I'm still holding on. Then after like
I was going on way too long.
Yeah, but I like when that happens. But it's like you're like, I think I'm supposed to die. Then the end of Halo Reach, you're just like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so there are so many elements of that where it's like, oh shit, you're actually kind of doing something with the story, but you're doing it in such a shitty way that I don't fucking care.
They really like the fucking phrase coup d'etat. I don't know. Someone learned that and they're like, let's keep writing that over and over again.
If I hear Mr. President again,
or the pen is mightier than the sword.
My head off.
The pen is mightier. Like even that also was such a bullshit thing where like they did a weird juxtaposition where the in between narrative shows like the current, what happened after the fact, where the reporter is giving his thoughts of like, oh, I thought it was like this, but really ended up like this. But then you're dealing with the shitbag in real time. And it's such a weird fucking parallel. Like, I get what they're trying to do with it, but it just takes you out of the narrative so fucking much. And so the story aside, because I don't think anyone was expecting a fucking A+ narrative out of this goddamn game.
No.
When it comes to the actual gameplay, I said this during past podcasts. I'll say it again. I fucking expect so much goddamn better out of From Software when it comes to fucking met combat. This would be that like them making a really shitty bog fucking standard like Elmo's first fucking goddamn Dark Souls game. That's how this game
What's the
felt
difference
like
between this and Armored Core?
Armored Core has a fantastic mixture of really high, fast-paced action, really good kind of choice between making sure that your loadout counts because you're kind of far more restricted based on the weight. There's the customization. You base your loadout based on, what kind of core do I want to go into there that's going to fuel my power? How much power can I utilize based on the weapon output versus my thrust input? Like, it's almost like simulator-esque, It's not full simulator-esque like a mech warrior, but it kind of gets into that territory. And there's a lot of customization and weapon switching, and it just feels fast and fluid. And
I'm looking this up because I'm kind of curious. So apparently it was developed by the team responsible for the Togi games, but the Armored Core.
The Togi games are really good, really.
But the Armored Core team provided input on how to incorporate it, so they didn't get the Armored Core people to make it. They got the Togi guys to make this.
The Togi games are really good, like Devil May Cry style, like action games, and they're really rare on Xbox right now. So
yeah, those are the games I'm kind of trying to chase after right now.
Those are really good games.
Backs up a theory because this felt like I hate to phrase it this way because it sounds like they made genuinely good games outside of this, but I mean, this felt like a B team game. This felt like either this was someone's passion project they wanted to do, and they're like, "Fuck it, have the graveyard shift and make this game," or "Hey, we need to put something out there. Who's got an idea?"
That's kind of funny that way you say that. What I'm about to read. Finish your thought, then I'll tell you what I'm about to read.
Well, I got a lot of thoughts to go into, so just read that.
It said Medal of Chaos took between 8 and 11 months to develop by a team of 30.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, you could tell from the way everything's set up too. They're all the same. They're different environments and they have different objectives in each mission, sure, but it's all the same shit. It's all the same assets being reused over and over again.
So
I didn't play the rest, but I skimmed through an entire playthrough, which was only 3 hours long. So shout outs to whoever fucking did that. I was like, yep, no, that's the same shit. Yep, no, I'm glad I didn't play this fucking thing.
So
holy shit! I wish this was a game I didn't play. And it would just be a mystery game for me for the rest of my life. I really do.
So
because now the mystique is gone and it's fucking.
So I was curious as to why localization never happened. Wikipedia says they had intent for worldwide localization.
Come here.
What was that?
No, I said the process of localization happened obviously because they had all the voice acting. All that shit, just like.
So they said
it just didn't actually get localized.
They had intent for it, and they even had a North American release in 2005 with Xbox Live multiplayer modes. They had gone to a point of making available a secret playable demo of the Japanese version through a demo disc on an OXM magazine. From Software never actually commented.
What the fuck? Shut up, Siri.
Hey, Alexa.
Oh, Alexa.
Stop.
Whatever. Stop. You're not part of this. Okay,
Stay
no
out
one
of
likes
this.
you. Shut the fuck up. Oh, you and that Mr. President fucking secretary just. They have a similar voice.
Yeah, they actually do, huh?
Fuck this.
It says that they don't know why it wasn't.
Alexa, call me Mr. President for now.
They said they don't know why it wasn't, but that let's see, according to someone kind of close, that they think that it was because From Software got cold feet because of the terrorism themes they have in there.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
I mean, fair.
Sure. I mean, it's definitely not the same thing. That's like if like America said, "Fuck all these like oh, the White House is getting attacked" movies. You know, like we had like a lot of those in the last
Independence
few years.
Day.
Yeah, well, not, yeah, I guess that was before 9/11. But like right after that, we had like not right after, but we had like White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. That was like years later, but
Sure.
I think those always ended up being just like an American though, just like this guy.
Hell yeah. But yeah,
Richard. His name is Dick Hawk, by the way.
yeah.
I love this.
That's a joke.
For years, the director had long heard rumors about Westerners asking for the game, but could not understand why they would want to play an old Xbox game not released in their region.
Yep.
American publisher developer Digital posted a message on Twitter offering to help localize
His two
Medal of
best
Chaos.
friends play. His two best friends play in there because they were the big ones that wanted this.
The
They made it resurface pretty hard.
The fan reaction to the message prompted them to start talking with Devolver. Let's see. The cross-functional team's priority was to release the game as originally as it was, only upgrading visuals and potentially adding additional story missions. Oh, they want to add to it? Interesting.
Yeah.
A visual voice acting remained.
Yeah. You gotta keep that. That's like its own one selling feature. Actually, on the box, does it advertise that?
Should voice acting.
What?
Anyway, David, continue.
Shit,
Sorry.
yeah,
So
voice
you so far this is not Armored Core to you.
Well, wait, before you continue, I just want you to see the front. It's a good art, right? Do you want to know more about the game on the back?
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
They don't let you. They don't let you know.
Does that sell you? Yeah, you sold.
They don't want you to see.
Yeah,
it.
that's now. Hey, deceptive. Doesn't even let you see the fucking game. So some kids are gonna get this and go, "Oh wow, wee wah! I can't wait to play this."
Wow, wee wah.
Wow, wee wah! They're gonna reference a 15-year-old movie.
Because they were getting a 15-year-old game. So it's not Armored Core because it's not nearly as expansive or customizable or anything of a mech style that it should.
So that was one. So that was the second thing of the many things I have against this game. Fuck, where even was my train of thought now at this point? Fucking A.
You hate it. Well, if you're while you're getting your train of thought, I do want to give an update to the voting. Right. Okay. What do you want? What do you want to know is the lowest one right now?
This is the lowest one.
Okay. What do you think it is?
Phantasmophobia, I'm gonna hope.
No.
Beta Morgana?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
All right. House of Fata Morgana is 5%. What do you think is number 2 right now?
is that Phasmophobia?
Yeah.
What's the percentage?
15%.
Oh, yeah, so Bioshock's happening.
Guess what we
That's
play in
fine.
October, boys?
That's fine. I think we're gonna I know I was gonna do. I almost put Dead Space 2 in there.
Oh, you should have. That might have actually
I
competed
probably
right now,
no, that
especially
it would have won now, and I think about it, huh?
probably because of
Dead Space.
Dead Space remake. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we're still gonna get some horror. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
House of Fata Morgana, I'm gonna play anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna play at least on it. Well, play it anyway. What was your thought of Train?
Anyways, fuck. It doesn't fucking matter. Continue on.
Well, no, I remember you because you're like.
No, I genuinely can't remember where I was going next with that.
No, I know.
Thanks, Adrian.
Well, no, David told me to continue because like
It's your fault.
because he goes.
No, you interrupted him before, though, to be fair.
I know, but
I told you to continue on one point, and then you kept going on a more fucking tangents
I'm
down
just
the road.
no, I know. I'm playfully picking on you because you're like I have a lot of things to say about this game.
Yeah, but he was like, he wants to continue from where he was. He doesn't remember where he was, though, because there's still a lot to say, like he said.
Vying in the
one thing that
There you go.
one thing that just suddenly came back to mind. the only times I struggle in this game is two fucking reasons. One, the shitty ass DPS check with the goddamn fucking Statue of Liberty tank. Fuck that fight. That is the dumbest fucking thing. Do not pretend to give me choice and options in a game just to have a literal fucking DPS check where you can go ahead and have to specifically play one way to fucking beat it. Same thing with the final boss. If you're not using a machine gun, I don't know how you fucking beat that boss.
Isn't it the same thing in their Defense Force game we played where we had to fight the giant robot guy and we couldn't do anything because it was DPS check or some shit and like...
Well, that just takes longer to do. You can do it with any loadout. It just takes longer.
Sure. Okay.
This, you physically cannot beat it. It's almost like an MMO DPS check.
Right.
Where it's like, if you can't do it, then you're fucked. You just
it's artificially lengthening the game, which I hate when games do that. Because I'm assuming that means you have to go back and grind and fucking get your weapons stronger. I'm assuming.
Well, even beyond that, I had the best assault rifle, and I had like the next to best fucking rocket launcher.
But
I still couldn't beat it. I had to specifically have the best rocket launcher,
right.
4 of them, and the best machine gun, again, 4 of them, and then I was able to do it.
Really?
I hate this. But yeah, how'd you beat him?
I had a machine gun, and I had the rocket that shoots like the triple rockets.
Yeah,
the multi. You basically have the next to best rocket launcher and the best weapon in the game. Essentially,
the machine gun.
Yeah, machine gun is considered the best weapon in the game.
I think I got
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I got like maybe like level 3 or 4 machine gun. And that was good to spray and pray while I had 2 bazookas, I had a regular bazooka, then I had that one. And then the single bazooka knocked out the guns pretty easily. Cuz it's hard to aim with the fucking triple. And then the machine gun just spray the fucking wheels when it's chasing after you, and it slows down eventually. Before I move on,
machine guns are considered the best.
Yeah. Before I move on, real quick, Vying says Phasmophobia is fun, but you can get kicked out of matches for no reason at times. I imagine if that happened to win, it'd be us just playing on our own.
You could probably just play anyway.
Yeah, I'll play it still anyway. I own it, so I'll just say let's play it anyway. That was kind of my reasoning. I was like, oh, we'll play it anyway in October. Well, me and Gore will. I don't know if David wants to.
No, I have no interest in that game.
So, yeah, so that was and especially you need an assault rifle or machine gun at the end because otherwise you're just gonna get.
Even the assault rifle, I had the best assault rifle going into that, 4 of them, and I still couldn't fucking DPS that thing down. You cannot do that with the assault rifle.
Okay.
But he did it.
I guess I just looked. I think I just lucked out with a lot of these loadouts. I just happened to be picking because I said like it kind of lined up with that speed run, the 3-hour speed run that dude was doing, just like rolling through that shit. So it happened to work out that I was like already leveled up the bazookas. I'm like, oh, okay, one more level and I get that bazooka.
Because my original thing is part of what I like. It's just always been my thing since Armored Core. I like rolling with a shotgun and an assault rifle. I just like dual wielding those guns together in met games. They're not always the most optimal depending on the game, but it's what I have fun with, and it worked fine for the vast majority of the game. And then I hit that one point. I was like, oh well, fucking this is dumb. The other things that really pissed me off, I hate the levels with the time limits. That's such bullshit because it's like, oh, you got to quickly hurry up and learn the fucking map. It's guaranteed you're basically going to be doing it at least a couple times to learn the optimal fucking route. And then again, it's artificially inflating the fucking length of the game. It's fucking dumb.
It's deceptive because you're like, hell yeah, 3-minute level? Nah, it's not a 3-minute level. It's like 20 because you got to pay to play a lot.
Exactly. And I also hated falling to my death. I did that a lot in the fucking Canyon level where we got to walk along the sides. So many times
you just fall off things every game. If there's a game you can fall off, David's like, I'm jumping.
Like anyone that's watched us play Halo, I fall off shit constantly, and so I fucking hate that. Like that. You give me fucking a shitty ass jetpack, I should be able to feel like I should be able to properly recover from falling slightly off the goddamn side of something. But it's a fucking useless ass jetpack. Especially when in that one you have to kind of maneuver across the different areas. That was horse shit. Why add random platforming elements in one fucking level? Absolutely fucking dumb. But the game has a lot of shit designed to it. It's not funny. It's terribly written. There's just so much where it's like you can almost see where there's like a mediocre game here. There's so many little elements where it's like, occasionally there's an interesting story beat. I actually really like the level that you were complaining about, the kind of showdown because of Frozen you are. I actually really like that level because that was the first time where I felt like pressure. Where I was like, oh, I actually have to be on my game here.
Sure.
And I liked the kind of peekaboo style because, again, that kind of felt like an actual combat game to me because it was about strategy and having to outwit my opponent and, making sure I'm boosting around at the right moments and, I'm taking care of the missiles that they're coming from one opponent as I'm dealing with shotgun blasts from another. Like, that actually felt like the closest to me, the game having an intense mech combat feel. And everything else
certainly
after
was
that was
more
shitty.
thrilling. It's certainly more thrilling than the rest of the games missions I played.
And especially
More
where,
about
again,
fire.
that has like so many elements and weird story beats of like, clearly the president knows these guys. There's a history here. We never get anything beyond like, oh, you would use your mech to go ahead and betray America?
Oh, yeah, that's a joke.
What? Motherfuckers, are you like? I get it. Like, that's kind of the whole thing. Is somehow the vice president has warped the majority of America through the press to be like, oh, the president's a bad guy. I need to be in charge. Martial law.
Hey,
Like,
David, I don't know what you're fucking expecting at all.
It's supposed to be.
This game starts off with, dude, it's a president with a giant mech.
It's also supposed to be.
I'm sorry, it's fucking stupid.
It's supposed to be what Japanese think of the exaggerated ways that we think, because a lot of us idiots are like, "Oh, ninjas over there," and
I almost
sneaky,
say it's like,
and
it's almost. I want to say it's actually Japanese. This is the way they think, or this is the way they would think we would make their games, if anything. Not like the way we see them, but like if like a American studio made a mech game, this is a parody of what that would be.
No, it's no, they have an actual. It's a quote. Well, it's kind of like that. They said, "It is America."
Sure, I know what the quote is, but like that's not what I feel from what I played.
That's fair. Let me read the quote though. Just add it for everyone else. It is America as perceived by Japanese. It's completely fictional, but at the time it was our idea, this ideology of American culture and comic book heroes, and we pieced it together and it became the president piloting the mech. We think that the Japanese took look at it that way from the American point of view. It's almost like how they imagine a Japanese ninja as with sort of the same ideologies, it's the same kind of fantasy. So it goes two ways.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what game did that? And while it still wasn't one of my favorite games, I appreciate it a lot more. Revengeance. The Senator is 100%.
Yeah.
It came out like 7 years later.
You took the name of the Senator and fucking amplified it to 11, and it's just.
But
it's
like we're not comparing gameplay. We're talking about just characters, and you can compare something 50 years ago in movies to something now, and that's fine. So we're not talking about gameplay or even graphics. We're talking about like writing and parody, and like movies have been doing parodies since pretty much the beginning of movies. So
someone first made a movie, so I was like, I'll make fun of that.
Yeah, exactly. And like video games, sure, video games are different. Storytelling hasn't really been a focus for video games until more recently. But like, if you're gonna do a parody, like make sure you got it right. And the voice acting's bad, and that's funny for a little while. And not hilarious,
sorry,
but like when it comes to Metal Gear Rising, the voice acting isn't bad in that game. It's over the top. They do a good job of making this character who we just meet in the last 20 minutes. Nano Machine, yo, I played football in college or everything. So good.
It's a lot more.
He mushed all these stereotypes of America in this one dude. He looks like a. First of all, he looks like who you think is like not a nerd, but like a senator. He's just like a businessman looking dude. Then he becomes a roided out freak. And then he's talking about how he used to play football and how like yeah, that's right. So you dumb bastard. Like he's talking about how everybody's a dumbass, and he's gonna change the world.
I do think it's an increasing understanding of the American psyche though that happened, because it does seem like it's more of its time, is that that felt like more on the nose and nailed, because I do think that as video games have progressed and gotten more intertwined with Japanese games, that they understand that's what they would talk about is American football and a high school and all that. So it makes sense. Now the thing with that is obviously
this game, from what I've seen, doesn't really
no
do that.
And
it's just like I gotta save America.
Yeah,
And we're
they say
sitting
I'm the
down
president.
I'm gonna stop
I'm the president
you.
of the great United States of America like 5 times in the
that's it.
last like
Yeah.
4 minutes. But
The
so
only time you get anything different is not from our character; it's from the secretary character. Like she'll say, like,
I
"Oh,
need a vacation.
I haven't been this excited since that one store went out of business, and I went in for a sale, and I found that one dusty box of chocolate or
see,
whatever."
that's
funny.
it needed more
that's
original
funny.
lines. The problem with this is that a line
And the
that's
mission titles are
and really
fun.
quick before I do that Vanya has a chest says don't fuck with the center. That game is wild. It is very wild. Go check out our games about that.
Don't
So
fuck with the center.
Revengeance
good.
is very memorable because of how wacky those lines are. You know, you only hear about football once. You don't hear the center talk about football all the time.
No.
Whereas this game, it's memorable because
And that game's shorter than this game.
So
I think about the same time for both games.
Metal Wolf Chaos is memorable, but because it has to fucking repeat it over and over and over the same lines. Swords Mario the Pen, Mr. President, good luck, Godspeed. Yeah, it's like the same 4 or 5 lines. It's like it would have been funny because like that line, I thought I got like a little bit of a laugh. I'm not fucking crazy, but it was a little laugh. If it did more
I
random,
like the mission titles, wherever she's like, this mission's
calls
calling, they
names.
goes,
It was so
like,
stupid.
Operation, whatever. That's
Operation
fine.
We Love NYC. That was
there you go. Yeah.
Like it would have been better if there had been more originality in each line, and it was like, okay, just go off the spoofs and motifs of us rather than, all right, Mr. President, same shit. I'm the president. They can't do this or this. It's same stuff. It's like it's not memorable because it's funny. It's memorable because you keep saying it to me every fucking time. So it would have been, and like I said, if it had more lines in the caliber of that, or getting crazy. Now, I'm gonna give it. It's an early game, and they didn't. Again, I think even that those 6-7 years in between Middle of Chaos and Revengeance, you know, like that, it's become a lot more intertwined. A lot of American.
I think it was like 10 years, honestly.
Yeah, even then. So it's like a lot more intertwined.
Revengeance was 2013.
Which actually ironic now that I think about it is that Microsoft worked to get both those games out, Revengeance and Middle of Chaos. It's funny.
Yeah, sure.
But
I think Metal Wolf Chaos is only on Xbox.
Yeah, it was made in cooperation with Microsoft. So it needed more originality, and instead it came off as a really lazy spoof because it just had this. It is repeating the same stuff. Like you got all
at the time, it would have been funny. And when this started resurfacing, and like I said, Two Best Friends was covering it. Like they have a video that has like I think probably a couple million views about this game because they have I think they had a Japanese Xbox and they were playing it and stuff. And it was funny at the time. This was back in like 2011, 12 maybe, when they fucking made it resurface. So it was funny at the time, but like I'm sure the same thing will happen when Plumbers Don't Wear Ties comes out. Because that game is actually kind of weird.
It's a funnier idea than it is an actual game, I think.
Yeah, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. That one is so weird. You can watch the Angry Video Game Nerd video about it, and
you're good.
I think enough of it. But when it comes out, I'm sure there's gonna be some fucked up stuff in there. Like honestly, that's the kind of game they could just keep adding new stuff to because it's all. I don't know if you know, but the entire game is just fucking
JPEGs.
JPEGs, yeah. So honestly, they could easily add like another whole story to that
new game plus.
Yeah, they get the same actors like 30 years later, and they already got the same actress to announce the game during the limited run showcase. So.
But so it felt like
wrapping it up already. Oh
my god! It felt like a rush to. I think it's lasts longer than David expected now, almost an hour. Granted, we talked about like the games gone by for that for about like 10 minutes, so 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, let's get an update by the way.
Let's get an update, and then we'll close off with an update.
Yeah, I will say I still like this game, not as a game, but just as the idea.
An idea of it.
Yeah, because it is funny to think like a Japanese studio made a game that is just a fucking parody of what. Like I know that you said it's just like what they think the culture. It really does feel like it's what they would make as a joke if they were in America.
Sure.
Like if they were an American studio about like American culture.
It sounds, you know what? It's like
because there's other American studios that do the same thing. They make dumb, jokey games where it's like, "Hey, I'm a dude, bro," whatever, like Postal, or something like that, where it's like all jokes and stupid shit.
It feels like a kid came to America with his parents and just wrote on a paper like what he thinks. Oh, president in a giant mech, Mr. President.
He watched Gundam. and he's in America and he wanted to make a game with Gundam,
Yeah.
but they wanted to, but they, like it was like this. All right, it was a school project, and the I don't know what class he's in, but the teacher said you got to combine these 3 things for your video game. I don't know why he's in a video game course. All right, you got to incorporate America and all of the amazing things in America. You got to incorporate Japanese culture in some fucking form. And then you have to incorporate giant robots.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, and that's it. That's all it is, really. Like they put there's Japanese stuff in there because it's a Japanese made game, so you have some jank in there. And with the giant mechs and shit. And then you have the American shit for the story and writing, and then whatever the last thing I said was. There you go.
It's all
done.
there.
It's all there, and it feels like a student-made game if it came out today, which it didn't. So, to be fair, but it was 18 years ago. If this came out now.
Right.
No. Even if it looked good, I'd be like, no, this is too hard.
You know what made me laugh a lot though was whenever they're talking and then there's like a smile or a frown whenever they're like,
yeah, like a creepy ass smile.
Right.
Like every their portraits were weird. And like the secretary girl or whatever, like every time you showed her face, I'm like, it's like you're creepy. Even when she wasn't smiling,
it felt like they were gonna get sexual at some point the way they kept talking.
Oh yeah, they fuck for sure. He doesn't have a wife, right? They didn't mention anything about his wife, right?
No.
I didn't finish it, like I said. And I don't care really.
Yeah.
But I skimmed through it, but I was not paying attention to
You
the
don't
story. I
have
just
to.
want to see the missions. I was like, yeah, that looks like the same shit. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks fun. Like, go ahead and play that shit. I swear, the next game I play, I will finish though.
So I think
Which is easy because it's an hour and a half game.
So unless I win, that game's gone by. Well, actually, I kind of hope I even want it more because this would just be a spectacular failure of a season for Games Gone By if Phasmophobia wins October, because I think I might be like on a very good streak of making David upset at my picks.
Yeah. Well, no, you had a Parasite Eve, right?
No, that was David's.
I picked Parasite Eve.
All right. Shit.
I had.
He liked Hellblade. He just didn't like the gameplay.
So I had No Man's Sky, Hellblade.
Oh yeah, I forgot about No Man's Sky. Shit.
Hellblade, and then I have this, and then if I got Phasmophobia, David just like straight up just like not happy with me. This game's gone by. So if that
he'll like Phasmophobia. I think he'll have a good time if he is forced to.
Oh,
play
it's with friends
Phasmophobia.
too, and it's.
Don't worry, David. You want me to give you a live? Here, let's refresh it.
I've been refreshing it. There's no way anything but Bioshock is happening.
Well, I mean, usually these what the fuck polls get around a few hundred votes, and right now it's only at 83. You know, it's late at night. You know, I just posted about an hour ago. You don't know, man.
Maybe
sometimes they get over 1,000 votes. So,
all the kids are asleep right now, David. So when they wake up tomorrow,
when they wake up and see Phasmophobia, and you better believe a lot of kids watch my fucking stupid videos, because I want to see the new Rick and Morty reaction. You fat asshole. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me. No hate if you're a kid watching this. But you should be.
They like to watch memes and Rick and Morty.
Yeah, the memes videos are probably kids also. Not gonna lie. Not all of them, but there's probably a lot. Which is fine. Yeah, whatever. Watch it. I'm not forbidding you. I'm not your dad. At least I don't think I am. But you never know.
Yeah,
there's always a chance.
I think if I put Dead Space 2 in, that would have been probably a good race.
I sprayed into a napkin and somehow went into a sperm donor place. I don't know how.
That would have been good. I wonder what would have won between Dead Space 2 and BioShock. BioShock just generally has more, but I think I think
BioShock has a bigger when it comes to like yeah.
But Dead Space would have been carried.
Dead Space 1 and 2, I feel like Dead Space 1 and 2 are always like neck and neck.
If we said Dead Space 1, that would have been a really good fight, I think. But
yeah,
Dead Space 2 probably would have lost.
I like Dead Space 2 more, but I think a lot of people are like it's like 50-50 really. But those are two amazing games, so it's like BioShock 2 is not going to be in the same competition. And I think a lot of people are iffy on BioShock.
Dead Space 2 versus BioShock 2. Dead Space 2 would have won for sure.
Yeah, so I'm happy you guys are going to play BioShock. You never played BioShock, right?
Nope. That was on my list for games gone by, so assuming that knocks out, I'm going to cross that off.
Besides the final thing, which I won't spoil, obviously.
Anyway, so
it's a fucking game, though.
Yeah, do you know the twist in that game? I'm sure you do.
I might have forgot.
Adrian?
I think I vaguely remember it, but I don't want to talk about it.
That's one of the most spoiled things ever. So Watch
I
out.
think I do know it, but I might have forgotten it.
Okay, well that's fine then.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna think about it.
It's only around a
I'll
10-hour
have a
game
joke
too.
when we
'cause-
get there. Then
Yeah. Well, I only say there's a twist in there because I don't want him looking things up just in case
Yeah.
he didn't know and now he knows there's a twist. So stay away from the internet because that is one of the most. That is like I don't want to. I was about to spoil things. It's a wildly,
It's memorable. It's like it's
wide-
like it's like the end of
it's a
Red
wide,
Dead.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
It's like
yeah,
the end
sure.
of Red Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't just not talk about it, right?
Right. And the end of
And it's been
Reach.
14 years, so. And then what?
The end of Reach.
Reach, sure. But like those aren't twists, really. This is. I'm thinking like
this is a twist.
yeah.
What a
I guess
twist.
Dead Space. How about Dead Space? That's a good twist.
There you
We
go.
bring out Dead Space. Yeah. Wait, is it Dead Space? Right? Yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So if that, I think we'll know by tomorrow morning or by tomorrow
Yeah.
afternoon for sure. We'll know kind of what game won. So. Yeah. If that's that case, then looks like that might be the remainder of Games Gone By Season 2. Which
Unless
case-
maybe, I mean, if Bioshock wins, it's a shorter game, so maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a smaller horror
if
game.
Bioshock 2 wins,
Someone has one.
here's the thing. Or Bioshock wins, we can
No,
we
Bioshock
could
2
yeah
will win.
Bioshock 2. We can
Oh,
if
boy.
you want to consider it, Gorse, since technically that's your month. We still have David's extra game. Remember that one that
Yeah,
you
Red
won?
Bull.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Was it Red Bull that you wanted, or what was it?
That is Red Bull. No, it was the
I
other
didn't
one.
say Red Bow.
was the other
You
game
thought
from
I
the
was gonna
same
pick
guys.
that one. I was thinking of.
It was like from the same people that made Red Bull, right?
No, it's the same people that did Mad Father. Let me pull it up
Mad
here.
Father.
It had some weird name. I had to keep
I
asking.
thought
how
it
to
was the
spell
same people that made like I played another game from them called like just leave them be or some shit. I forgot what it's called. Like just ignore them. I think it's called.
Misao, that's what it is.
Misao.
Misa. There you go. Is that not from the same people?
So we'll see what wins. If
Maybe if Plumbers Don't Wear Ties comes out by then,
honestly,
maybe
even
we
if
do that.
if Phasmophobia or
That's a
Bioshock,
scary game.
if Phasmophobia even somehow wins, I'm okay with adding that as a multiplayer game. We're not
Well, yeah, Phasmophobia will play for a few hours.
Yeah,
That's
so
enough. It's
if
just
either
multiplayer game.
Gore and I win, we'll let David throw his game on there too if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that looks like that should be the end, and then we'll do the
that.
following week will be the season 2 retrospective. We'll go back, talk about each game a little bit more. About a year out from some of them, not so long from the other ones, but we usually don't recap the really recent ones. And then we'll rank them, see what happens then, and then we'll start season 3. And then who gets first? And David gets first pick of season 3.
Hell
Get that
yeah.
November pick.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, that's Games Gone By.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's it. Good night.
Anyway, last you can find this on audio as well if you want to listen to our voices instead. Games Gone By schedule. We got in 2 weeks. We got To the Moon. At the end of August, we have
Moon.
Stardew Valley. September 30th,
Yes.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And then October's pick will be either House and Fate of Morgana, Phasmophobia, or Bioshock. So
Oh yeah, I almost wish it is, but definitely Bioshock. 'Cause I actually really don't need to replay that. I still remember most of that game and the book. So
A
it'd be nice to have
book.
another
You read the
one off.
book? You read
Yeah.
a book?
Yeah, I love the Bioshock book. Actually, is really
Never read a
good.
book.
you can't
Oh,
read. That's
you read
why.
a book? God damn! Is there pictures?
No,
Is
Well,
there
fuck
pictures?
me. Is there an audio book read by a sexy lady?
no.
Then fuck it. That's gonna stay unread or unheard.
Unread.
Unread. Non-read. Readable is not what it is. All right.
All right, good night,
All right.
folks.
All
Good
right,
night,
end it.
everyone.
Go to hell.
Go vote on Gore's YouTube channel for whichever game you want.
Yeah.
Go help
vote for
David out.
Bioshock. Make sure Bioshock wins. Yeah, I want to play it again. Even though I played it last year. On the Switch.
Oh, Bioshock's down to 79%.
Ah,
Ooh.
shit, you dickwads. You better not fuck me.
You better fuck not fuck.
Fuck me. Uh-oh, stinky. I smell a poopy coming.
Let all the kids on Gore's channel.
Yeah. Oh, no.
They all pick House of
Get
Fate
out of here.
Morgana.
You're all fucking...
That'd be
Yeah, all the
fucking
kids
stupid.
are big. I don't know why he thought he was going to win.
Well, because originally I was gonna pick Symphony of the Night, and then
You
I
would've
was like,
won.
no,
No, that yeah, I'm glad you
Oh.
didn't because we're have Bloodstained next week.
Well, that's why
Oh,
I decided to
right,
ultimately
right,
to
right.
do it. Because I'm like, we don't
Too
want to
much.
do 2 Symphony of the Nights back to back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
That-
from what I played of Bloodstained it's not the same, but it's fucking.
If you didn't
obviously
pick
an
the
homage.
same.
If you didn't pick that,
Yeah.
I think that could have put up a decent fight. I don't think it would have won, but I think it would have put up a decent fight.
Yeah, I don't think it would be Bioshock because the Bioshock was like a lot.
Forza audience voting, no.
He would have hated what I had as my second. He would have fucking hated it. So I
David?
was
Oh, your
really
second.
thinking about you would have loved it, but he would have hated it. And I was
Who are you
thinking to
pointing
myself,
at?
it's a game. No, I'm talking about David. Obviously,
Ah.
he would have hated it. Obviously, no, Adrian. Fucking, I don't give a shit what he hates. Fuck him. But he just made me play Wolf Chaos or whatever. But
You want to know what my
What was
backup
I-
pick was? Because
sure,
I probably
what's
won't
up?
pick it for a while anyway. If I ever do,
What was it?
It was Deadly Premonition.
Oh,
Oh, that would have
I-
been fun.
I love Deadly Premonition, but I hate playing it. It's not a good, fun game to play.
No, it isn't.
I love it. I love it to death. I really do. That story is amazing. It is one of my favorite video game stories ever. But playing is a nightmare. I'm assuming the Switch version fixes it a little bit, but
I don't.
I think it does.
know.
I thought I heard it did. Like it actually fixed some of the control issues, and I think it might have added like, I almost want to say it added like just like some auto saving or something, or like checkpoints. Not that it's that hard of a game. It's just not fun to play. It really
No,
is.
it's a
You have an
jank
infinite
control.
pistol, so you're good. Yeah, it's really. I think they fixed the controls actually, and some of the camera angles. I think. Almost want to say they did,
Okay, if they
Um,
genuinely did that and the performance is decent, then yeah.
but it's still not a fun game to play. I don't think.
Good night,
But,
Vine. Everyone.
alright.
Thank you for
Good
listening to
night.
Games Gone By.
You want to hear one of my backup picks?
Yeah.
Pick the lowest on a totem pole, the one that you're probably not going to pick.
The lowest on the totem. All right. This is low only because I know David would hate playing it. It's not technically low, but I have to also consider like, if David hates playing it, then it's gonna make a bad Games Gone By. But I had Red Dead Redemption 1 as
Damn.
yeah, that was the one.
That would have been
I
spooky
know
for
David
David.
will love that game's story, but I know he would hate the gameplay, so I didn't pick it. And also, it doesn't
Fair.
really fit October, so unless you play the DLC, which the DLC is amazing. So anyway, it would be funny if we just played the DLC though. David only played the DLC for Red Dead Redemption 1.
That was fun DLC.
Yeah.
Still one of the
but
best
he'd be like,
DLCs
what
ever.
the fuck? He'd be like, who the fuck are these characters? They don't really introduce them. They're just like, oh, they're
Nah.
there. Like, what
It's
the
a lot
fuck?
funnier when in context of the game.
Yeah, way funnier for sure. I wouldn't mind playing
It
that.
sucks
Again.
'cause
But that was my second choice, but it went lower down as I was thinking like he wouldn't like it. And you also haven't played BioShock, so I was figuring you haven't. I was pretty
Because
sure
we
you
talked
did.
about it before. I thought you were gonna pick it. What was
Yeah.
what was one of the last games you picked?
What the fuck did I pick last? Oh, 999?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be when you picked 999 because
Yeah.
you were like, "This is a game I
Yeah,
want to
'cause I
play
said
again."
it's finally happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I built up like it's finally happening.
Yeah,
'cause, like,
I thought that was on there. I have. Let's see. I have
I mean,
my.
eventually one day BioShock Infinite will be here. I will say.
I have a
That
list.
wasn't
You
one of my
can't.
favorites.
You can't read it from that far away. But those are all my list of games that I have.
Damn, I don't have a list of games. It's
Yeah, I
so-
got a few different spreadsheets.
So I've been crossing them off one by
Spreadsheets.
one whenever either of us knock it out. Yeah, you had BioShock is my second on there actually. That was my second choice I ever had on there. Let's see. I think I showed you this before. Let's see. Is there another one that on here that I might want to throw off there? Actually, I'm gonna do this for the fans. We're gonna leave off on this note. There was a game. I was gonna pick.
There was an idea.
There was an idea. There was a game I was gonna pick. My first game of season 3 because I bought the vinyl of this game. And I was
Killer
like-
Paradise or whatever.
No, that'd be a fun one though.
That's
I was gonna pick it, and I think after the track record that I've been having with David, I was like, David's gonna fucking hate this game. And I'm trying.
Outer Wilds.
Season 3, I'm trying to pick a little more catered towards David. And even though there's one for sure gonna be catered towards him, I'm gonna try to pick a little bit more universally liked because I know we've been kind of like very experimental with this season. We've been very like out there with picks, and I think every single game has had at least one miss, except for like Silent Hill 2. Grim Fandango.
Yeah, I think Silent Hill 2 was the only one.
Fandango
that's
was good.
been-
Grim Fandango, we all
Yeah,
like
Grim
Silent Hill 2 and
Fandango.
Enslaved.
I would say.
Did you like
yeah,
Enslaved, David?
I would
Yeah,
also
both did
say.
that was good.
I would say Parasite Eve also. It seemed like I didn't finish it.
I mean, we
but,
didn't
yeah,
really talk about it, so it's hard to say.
No, but I think
we
we all
will go
liked it,
back
right?
to it again in the retrospective, but yeah, we all liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
3.
you liked it a little too much. though.
Yeah.
You kept talking about that girl's ass.
Yeah, for the
Weird.
opposite reason.
No.
But
No.
there, and I'm trying to go for a little more
I read between the
universally enjoyed, and there's a lot of games on here that I do like that I know I'm gonna get into. But let me pick the one game that let me tell you the one game I'm gonna cross off my list right now because it's not gonna happen. We've talked about this man a lot, and David does not have a really happy relationship with his games.
David Cage, Heavy Rain.
No, we actually talked about him in this very episode.
Kevin
Kojima?
Smith.
Kojima is his name.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I
No.
guess that's it. 6.
No.
The fuck
You got
else
the
has
exclusive.
Kojima made?
I'm assuming Zone of the Enders, Castlevania,
Death
Lord of
Stranding?
Shadow,
Nope.
Death Stranding. Oh, I hope not. That's way too long.
You might get the vinyl while you guys guess.
No, I want to keep guessing. You just sit the fuck down.
Trying to think of what the fuck else Kojima's actually made.
Snatcher.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, Snatcher.
Alright,
Oh,
Snatcher.
I fucking love Snatcher.
Do
That
you
would've
like
been
Snatcher? Oh, I thought you would have
yeah,
fucking
You
hated
like
it.
Snatch.
You've talked so much shit about
Snatch.
Kojima.
good. But Snatcher is very much a fucking product of its time. It is
It
a
is.
love letter to the
Yeah.
80s in every way, shape, and form.
It is.
But this
Fucking
is a
love that
better.
game.
That's a better depiction of certain things than Metal Wolf Chaos
It is.
depicted certain.
So
things.
unfortunately,
I never played Snatcher myself, but I've seen a lot.
maybe I'll put it back. I'll put it back on the list. Maybe now that I spoiled it, maybe I will wait a little while and maybe it'll come back. But Snatcher was
How
the
long
one.
is that game?
Love that. That is the one game of Kojima's that I'm like,
Man, you
actually like
motherfucker!
that.
Maybe you should have fucking mentioned that. And I would have actually picked it one day.
Why the fuck is he gonna mention it?
I
Reese?
love Cyberpunk.
Well, because all
Well,
David ever
fucking-
says is, "I fucking hate Kojima's games. Every fucking thing that man touches is shit."
Yeah, basically everything but Snatcher.
Snatcher is only 8 hours.
Oh yeah, there you go. That
Yeah.
would be a good one too.
That was
It's
gonna be my
short.
pick. That was gonna be the very first one that I was gonna pick. And David reassured me many times he hates everything Kojima's ever touched. So I was like, no, I guess I'm not gonna pick that. So
Yeah, because
You didn't like Zone of the Enders?
Zone of the Enders is fine.
Mechs. Well, there you go. Fucking liar.
so
I was gonna say
anyway,
mechs and anime. That's like all you, baby.
damn, that would
Yeah,
have been
but
that
what I
would
think Kojima,
Even though
I
Zone of
think
the
is
Enders 1
overly
takes you about an hour and a
pretentious
half to beat.
shit writing.
damn that would have
Yeah.
sucked. That would have been a nice pleasant
Zone-
surprise for myself then because I was actually kind of excited for that.
Zone of the Enders 1 you could beat that shit in like 2.5 hours. That game's like fucking
Yeah.
nothing. They made that game just so they could put the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo in. It's like
It's like
It's like
Crackdown. Yeah.
Yep.
I
I was hoping Crackdown 3 would get re-released.
Infinite.
Not for Halo Infinite. Even though it's free beta.
I wish they just delayed it until she came out.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's why they're delaying it. And then Crackdown 3 is like super ready last year, and then they delay Halo Infinite
Yeah.
all year. Like, oh fuck.
Fuck.
It's like, fuck. I guess we'll just add more Terry Crews.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything.
Damn, that sucks. That would have been a nice little fun surprise. Anyway, maybe I'll come back. I put it
Hey,
back on the
I'd
list.
be down with that. I haven't
Well, we'll
played
see.
that game.
Maybe-
I've seen clips, and it looks
Yeah,
like
so,
right up my alley.
because they put it on Fangamer, I believe the album, and I really love the
Yeah.
fucking music to it. The music is really good.
The music's fantastic.
So
do
maybe
remember when that
we'll
was
wait a
up.
little while because I kind of already set my mind for where I'm at with this next time. But
Is that widely available? Is that like on PC, just easy?
No.
no, it's actually
You're
not.
easy- No,
Yeah,
you're
I
going to
didn't
be
think
playing a fan translation of either the Saturn version or the PS1 version, or if you want to play something really experimental, the Virtual Boy fan-made version.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that.
No,
at
that was
all.
also why I picked that too because we can all play that because we can all just find a copy of that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Easy
so
squeezy.
unfortunately, because David lied to my face about how much he hates everything Kojima ever
I
did,
I
hate-
so
hate
that's
everything he does, but this. You didn't like Metal Gear Solid 5? I thought you liked that
never
one
played
because it
Metal Gear
has
Solid
barely
5.
any. It has barely any fucking writing in it. So
I've
you're like-
never played Metal Gear Solid 5.
You would like it because it's super just gameplay heavy. I mean, besides the first like hour and a half, and after that it's just like fuck you, go. I'm like, all
The only
right,
thing I know about that game is quiet. I thought that was some of the dumbest fucking concepts ever.
yeah, but she a fucking helpful little girl. All right, let's end this.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Anyway,
All right.
She-
thanks for listening, everyone.
She's like 30. It's fine. And she doesn't talk, which is perfect.
Oh my god.